It's time for the Cuivre River Electric TribCast Pregame, brought to you by Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, a touchstone energy cooperative, online at cuivre.com.
Good evening and welcome to Van Far High School, our first non-tournament game of the 2016-2017 season. Mark Fronick, Chuck Brandt Center, here in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth, getting ready for All-Indian Night. And we'll start it off with Lady Indians as Van Far takes on Elsberry. The guys a little bit later on. But we're out of the Clopton tournament. Clopton dominates again, and now back to the business at hand, and that's regular season hoops.
Yeah, did you get any rest?
No.
Sunday? I mean, you're right back into the frying pan here.
Well, you know, I watched a little football, very, very little football, and it's just been writing up those games to be in the paper tomorrow. Tomorrow's print edition of the People's Tribune, and back to games tonight here. We've got 3 nights this week. Tonight here at Van Far, Thursday at Silex against Clopton, and then Friday we'll see Van Far again at Bowling Green.
And that's always a great matchup when you got Bowling Green and Van Far going against each other. So a nice week of basketball here on TribCast for all the folks.
You know, I think we come over here for Indians every season, don't we?
Yeah, indeed. The land of the free and the home of the Braves.
Well,
and
we've got a lot of them.
Yeah.
We've got about 12 minutes before tip-off for the ladies. We'll take a break, come back with more here on the Cuivre River Electric Cooperative TribCast Pregame. If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
Many of us are looking for ways to save energy, but please don't take safety shortcuts. Cuivre River Electric Cooperative reminds you to use electricity safely and take it seriously. Never touch a down power line after a storm. Always stay at least 10 feet away. Outdoors, look up for power lines and call 811 before you dig. Indoors, keep appliances away from water and don't overload circuits or use damaged cords. A safety message from Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, owned by those we serve.
This is Kim Gam, RN, Certified Diabetes Educator and Coordinator of the Pike County Diabetes Counseling Program. Diabetes self-management education is designed to help you understand the disease and learn to manage it. Our nationally recognized program provides quality education and covers all aspects of diabetes management, from basic to advanced skills. For more information, contact the Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice at 573-324-2111.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Ramsey Dickerman will be there at 503 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Online at RamseyDickerman.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
This is the Cuivre River Electric TribCast Pregame, brought to you by Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, a touchstone energy cooperative, online at cuivre.com.
Welcome back to Van Far High School, getting ready for ladies action, the first of 2 games tonight here on the peoplestribune.com. Van Far and Elsberry. Van Far was in the Madison tournament last week. Unfortunately, didn't pick up any hardware. Were defeated in 2 straight contests, so they exited early from that tournament. We got to see Elsberry quite a bit last week as they took 3rd place at the Clopton tournament, and if there's one thing we learned about them, they like to slow things down.
They do like to slow things down, and they've got a pretty darn good guard out front by the name of Tess Weekly. She can really run the show out there, and I was very impressed with Hagemeyer in the middle as well, and Kinsler did a good job outside. So they've got some talent on that team, and I think Carrie Koch-Dow, who of course was a Elsberry native and played for the Indians back in the late 90s and early 2000s, of course went on to college. I think she played at Auburn, if I'm not mistaken.
Missouri State.
Missouri State, okay. Yep. And anyway, had a big college career.
Yep.
So
she was the heart and soul of the Missouri State Lady Bears, and then went on to play, I believe, in Greece. after that. So a long professional career, now back at home and coaching the Elsberry Lady Indians. So.
And seems to be very, very happy. I had a chance to talk to her a little bit before the game, and she seems to be very, very happy where she's doing.
Well, that's the story on Elsberry, and they kind of fall into that group this season. There's in the EMO, there's Clopton, and then there's everyone else.
Yeah, no kidding.
That everyone else is actually grouped pretty closely, and Elsberry in that group so far this season. So that's what we know about the Lady Indians in red. The Lady Indians wearing white and black and gold this year. We just haven't seen them. We got the late start because of my injury, but we know what this group can do. They're athletic, and if they play with confidence, they can put up good numbers. Sometimes getting that confidence out of them has been a problem.
Yeah, a lot of the same players that we saw last year, they've just got another year of experience under them, which, of course, is nothing but helpful. And we need to keep an eye, especially on Jordan Garner, the talented player that, what is she, just a sophomore?
Mm-hmm.
And so she is very, very young. And, of course, one of the players that we always enjoy watching, Reagan Case.
Yeah, and she has to get involved in that three-point game early. She has to have early success, and that'll usually propel her to a pretty good game. But if she struggles early, that's when she runs into troubles. Then you got Jada Borgmeyer, who's always athletic, and if she can keep her legs under her from the knee down for a full season, that would really help out this team.
Yeah, absolutely, and let's not forget Alex Conaway and Alexis Deteen. Deteen has been a big part of the ball club in years past. So they've got it together. They just need they got the talent to put it together and see what happens, you know.
We'll take a quick break, come back with your starting lineups for the first of two games here from Van Far tonight. It's Van Far and Elsberry, and it's coming up on thepeoplestribune.com.
Are you still looking for a bank that knows you by name, offers convenient hours and hometown service? Look no further than Community State Bank of Missouri. Hello, this is Deb Olson. Our pleasant staff is here to welcome you and service all of your banking needs. Stop by our office in Bowling Green or Troy and experience the banking difference. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Winter wind is upon us. No need to shiver in the cold inside. Stop by your local La Crosse Lumber Company and check out their complete line of new construction and replacement windows and doors. Matte and blown-in insulation to cut down on those high heating bills and help your family feel warm and cozy all season long. Getting the job done. La Crosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green, Louisiana, Vandalia, and Clarksville, where project pricing and blueprint service are always available.
Since 1949, Sterling Lumber Company of Louisiana has been proud to serve the area, buying all species of standing timber. With the help of its hard-working employees, Sterling Lumber Company is looking forward to generations of success in the future. Ever-growing, Sterling Lumber Company now has 4 sawmills to better serve you. Give Sterling Lumber a call for more information. Remember, they buy all species of standing timber and will pay 100% before cutting. Sterling Lumber, Highway 54 West, Louisiana.
In a season of falling temperatures and rising energy bills, your local Bryant professional stands ready to defend your home's comfort. Because when the temperature falls, Bryant turns up the heat efficiently.
Your protectors are Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling in Bowling Green at 106 Business Highway 61 North, 324-6500, sparksheatingandcooling.com.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
This is the Cuivre River Electric TribCast Pregame, brought to you by Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, a touch-tone energy cooperative. Online at cuivre.com.
Time for tonight's Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups. Check out all the services your Pike County Health Department offers at pikecountyhealth.org. The Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, neighbors helping neighbors.
For the Indians, the Elsberry Indians, as mentioned, they come in 5-7 on the season. Their head coach is Kerry Koch Dow. And we saw a lot of them last week at the Clopton tournament. They have the same lineup that they started all week over there. Kaylee Martin, number 2, a junior guard, will start, as well as Tess Weekly, number 24. She's a sophomore guard. Number 25, Megan Hagemeyer. She is a sophomore forward. You got Maddie Kinsler, a junior guard, and number 40, Anna St. Pierre, a junior forward. So again, for Elsberry, it's Martin, Weekly, Hagemeyer, Kinsler, and St. Pierre. Now for the Van Far Lady Indians, they come in with a record of 2-6. Kelly Orff is the head coach. They'll send out number 1, Jordan Garner, the 5'6" sophomore. Alexis Deteen, number 3. She is a 5'4" senior. Reagan Case, 5'5" junior, number 10. Jada Borgmeyer, she's a 5'7" senior, wears number 11. And number 14, Alex Conaway, she's a 5'2" senior. So again for Van Far, Garner, Deteen, Case, Borgmeyer, and Conaway.
And those are your Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups. You can find all the services your Pike County Health Department offers at their campus behind Walmart and Bowling Green or online at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, neighbors helping neighbors. There's Indians everywhere. Elsberry visits Van Far. It's coming up next here on the PeoplesTribune.com.
This is TribCast, coverage of high school basketball. Action from the hardwood on the PeoplesTribune.com is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, by Young Enterprises Incorporated, Community State Bank, La Crosse Lumber Company, Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling, the Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon, Sterling Lumber Company, Family Health Pharmacies, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, People's Bank and Trust, by County Market, Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC, by Hannibal Clinic, Abel's Quick Shops, Lynn's Heritage House, Shelter Insurance Agent Frank Wallace in Vandalia, by Pike County Title Company, Orff Construction, Center Locker Service, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Bowling Green Lumber Company, Pepsi-Cola Bottlers of Bowling Green, by Mid-America Auto and Towing, Airco Convenience Centers in Bowling Green and Louisiana, Cole Chiropractic Center, and by Dieter Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop. Now, coverage of high school basketball from the People's Tribune newspaper. This is TribCast.
We're at Van Far High School tonight. Mark Proenick, Chuck Brandstetter here in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth, getting ready for ladies then men's varsity basketball from Vandalia as the Lady Indians of Van Far take on the Lady Indians of Elsberry, and then we'll do it again with the guys a little bit later on. National championship game on tonight. You got any predictions on that, Chuck?
Don't even know who's playing, Mark.
You don't know?
No.
That
no.
Really?
No, I don't. No.
It's the same as last year.
Who's that?
Clemson against Alabama.
No idea.
I'm pulling for Clemson. My sister went to grad school at Clemson, so I've been on their campus.
I like Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson. I like orange for some reason. Hey, we'll take a break as they do the anthems and introduce the teams. Come back with your opening tip. It's next.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Paul Schuchard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
High school basketball on TribCast is brought to you in part by Lynn's Heritage House, Shelter Insurance Agent Frank Wallace in Vandalia, by Pike County Title Company, Orff Construction, Center Locker Service, and the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club. More hoops are coming up from the People's Tribune newspaper. This is TribCast.
Family Family Health Pharmacies in Bowling Green and Louisiana offer more prescriptions under more insurance plans for less. That should make you feel better. Family Health Pharmacies is there to help you when you're not feeling your best. Great gift ideas and half-price greeting cards, too. 2 convenient locations to serve you. Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center on the Square in Bowling Green, and Family Drug, 301 Georgia in Louisiana. Family Health Pharmacies, just what the doctor ordered.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Louisiana, Bowling Green, and Clapham schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Ryan Pitzer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. We're at work while your athletes are at play.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your Exmark professional turf care equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Time for our opening tip, brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to start your next improvement project at a location close to you. Lacrosse Lumber Company, getting the job done. That was a dramatic introduction of the Van Far Lady Indians.
Takes a lot of courage to do that, you know what?
Well, and he went from singing the anthem to doing that. Same guy.
He did a great job on the anthem.
Yes, he did.
Wonderful job.
It'll be Megan Hagemeyer jumping center against Jordan Garner. They're in the circle. Final instructions. Ball is in the air. There's our Lacrosse Lumber Company opening tip, and it's won by Elsberry. Back to Tess Weekly. So the Lady Indians in red with the first possession of the night, and it's knocked out of bounds.
Reagan Case reached in there and knocked that one away. Quick as a cat is Miss Case.
I know they've taken in quite a few cats in the Case household. Here's Weekly for 3. That's offline, and the rebound pulled in by Jada Borgmeyer for Van Far. Case will bring it up the floor for the Van Far Lady Indians. To Borgmeyer, back to Case to the far side now for Alexis Deteen. Back to Case again. She'll pop the 3. That one's good.
Yeah, I like it.
What'd we say about getting her going early?
Let's get her about 4 of them here in the first quarter, huh?
That would be nice for Van Far.
Yes, it would.
Weekly back the other way. Gets it off for Maddie Kinsler. Now lob pass inside to Hagemeyer. Back out to Weekly. Her 3 rims out. 0 for 2. Or Elsberry on the rebound, a travel called against Hagemeyer as she was trying to get away from the Van Far defense.
Yeah, a couple of Van Far Lady Indians had their hands in there on that ball and forced the turnover.
Up with it to Conaway, now across the line to the far side for Deteen. To Case, near side for Borgmeyer. Borgmeyer back to Reagan Case, over to Alexis Deteen. Here's another 3. That one is good. Back to back.
She told me before the game she was in a slump, and I said, break it tonight, will you, for us? And she said, okay. And she's doing it.
She got the fortunate shooter's bounce there off the rim and got her second one in 2 tries.
Looks like a swisher in the books, you know it?
Uh-huh. This one will go high arcing in for number 40, Anna St. Pierre. That gets Elsberry on the board at 6-2. That made it over the top of a block attempt. Deteen stuck in the corner. Gets up her dribble. Now we'll get it all the way to Garner. And Jordan going to take it to the hoop way too hard. And the rebound pulled down by Weekly. And then we have a tie-up. It'll go to Van Far.
There was nobody going to stop Garner on that drive. And it's fortunate for Elsberry. Nobody got in her way.
Yep. A little too pumped up.
Yeah.
Put it way hard off the backboard. Now Case gets it on the far side. She's hit 2 from this side. Here's Borgmeyer. Lob it in to Garner, now into the near corner. That's a 3 attempt, and it's long for Deteen. Pulled down by Weekly. She is good on those defensive boards, isn't she?
She sure is. She's very strong, is Weekly.
That one was stolen away by Deteen. She runs into trouble, gets it off to Borgmeyer for 3. That one looks good. It is good.
Oh, my goodness.
Borgmeyer with her first tray of the night. It's 9-2, Van Far.
3 balls here for the Lady Indians from Van Far already.
Here's a three on the other side. It goes over everything and out of bounds. And Deteen had her hand up like she was going to touch it, but pulled back just in time, let it go out of bounds, and did a nice job boxing out Kaylee Martin. Touch pass into the front court for Alex Conaway. Now to Garner on the far side. Borgmeyer passes up that shot, gets it to Case. Back to Garner. Her jump shot rims out, and the rebound picked up this time by Megan Hagemeyer.
No, she was in too close. 15 feet's too close. They got to back out there beyond three.
Here's Martin with it. Over to Weekly on the far side. Long pass to the middle. That shot is short for St. Pierre. She has the only points so far for Elsberry. Reagan Case will bring it up the floor. Hot start for the Reagan Farr guard from beyond three. Borgmeyer with it. Conaway. Now to Garner. Her turnaround shot sneaks over. What's that two-point basket stuff? A timeout taken by Elsberry after an 11-2 run to start the game for Van Farr. 4:20 to go, first quarter. We're at Van Farr tonight on TribCast.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, new and used equipment, parts and service, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Weekly will bring it up the floor after the Elsberry timeout. Van Farr leading by 9. They work it in. Shot no good, but a foul going to be whistled on Jordan Garner.
That'll be our first foul of the game. That's pretty good halfway into this first quarter.
Going to send Hagemeyer to the line. Two-shot foul. And the first one is good. Makes it an 8-point game. Coach Kochdow changes things up defensively for the second shot, but she hits it. So Hagemeyer with 2. Did you realize in that game against Clopton for Elsberry the other day, as Garner goes to the hoop, no, but a foul will send Jordan to the line. No, a travel called instead.
And they pushed her, I mean literally pushed her out of bounds.
You know that Elsberry did not score from the field for the final 3 quarters of that game?
No.
And the only shot that went down was that 3 from Weekly. That was the only shot in the entire game that went down from the field, the semifinal.
39-9.
Yeah,
I remember that now. Yeah.
Only 3 points scored while the clock was running. That is dominance by Clopton.
It sure is.
Who remain undefeated as of tonight. Lob pass inside. Getting physical with Garner down there. Weekly goes off the glass and scores. 4 straight points for Elsberry as they pick up the pressure, and now they're going to get a steal at center court. Henry back to Weekly. Test to the far side for Martin. Bounce pass for Hagemeyer. Her shot goes off the glass, no good. Tipped around. Hagemeyer is fouled. One's going to be on Alexis Deteen. And send Hagemeyer, who's already 2 for 2 from the line, back.
2 team fouls for Van Farr, none yet for Elsberry.
And the shot's no good. There's the old jinx check.
Yep, she made the first 2.
Checking in is Gina Clausen for Van Farr. Second shot's good. Makes it a 4-point game. Van Farr led by 9. More defensive pressure and another steal, this one by Hagemeyer. That Van Farr confidence has been shaken a little bit.
Yeah.
Here's Weekly with it. Kicks it back and around to Martin. And she traveled. Kaylee Martin Charged with the travel. Carrie Koch Dow didn't like it.
Miss Koch Dow knows a thing or two about basketball, doesn't she?
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Trying to spread that, and now it's stolen by Weekly. They're playing pretty good defense right now.
Yes, they are.
Working inside, Hagemeyer off the glass and scores. What was a 9-point game now dwindled to 2. And a blocking foul going to be whistled on Tess Weekly.
First foul on Elsberry tonight. Van Far sending in a whole new crew, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. So only 2 of the starters in right now. And that's one of them, Jordan Garner. Backing around to the far side, out about a short 3 from Morgan McDowell. Rebounded by Elsberry. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Since that timeout, it's been all Elsberry. Here's a 3 for the lead, no. And Garner, the only one there for the rebound. She hands it off for Jaylee Jennings. Jennings works it forward. Garner tried to force a pass inside. It's rejected, and they'll have to reset. Over to the far side for Borgmeyer. Now back up to Morgan McDowell. Jaylee Jennings with it. Back to McDowell. And to Jennings again. Bounce pass for Garner. Lots of contact and knocked out of bounds. And it's going to be Elsberry ball. As it was knocked away from Jennings, she got one more swipe at it, and it goes out of bounds. Martin checks out. Replacing her is Sydney Pickard. Also coming into the game, Mandy Horn, replacing Hagemeyer. Both those moves on the Elsberry side. And here's Weekly with it. She's been the star so far. To the far side. Oh, they work it, turnaround shot, and it's good for Claire Henry, and this game is tied. A 9-0 run for the Elsberry Indians to tie the game. Jennings at the far side, Borgmeyer, she's 1 for 1 from 3, and misses this one, put back, no good, and we have a foul on that second shot that'll send.
This is Katie Elsie, marked at the line. It's not in our book, but it is in the roster here. Katie Elsie, a freshman.
Where's number 5? To put Van Far back ahead? No.
The Elsberry foul, by the way, was on Claire Henry, her first, team second.
So she got her first points at one end, got her first foul at the other. Rebound, Garner picks it up, gets it to Borgmeyer, now back to Jordan Garner. She thought about the 3, gets it to the near side for Jaylee Jennings. Her 3 is offline, and Weekly picks it up for Elsberry. Up ahead, ooh, nice stiff arm there by Maddie Kinsler to pick up the foul. That was NFL quality there. Did anyone you like advance to the second round of the NFL playoffs?
You know what, Mark? You won't believe this.
You didn't watch any.
I haven't watched football all season.
Well, there you go.
Not a single game.
That is a true St. Louis football fan there.
Yep, I boycotted the whole year. All I know is Dallas had a good season. That's all I know.
Jordan Garner with it, back to Jada Borgmeyer, back to Jordan again. She's going to take the tray. It's too long. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll be Van Far ball with 33.9 seconds to go. So the start of the quarter went to Van Far. Built an 11-2 lead. Since that timeout with about 4:20 remaining in the quarter, it's been all Elsberry to tie things up. Garner off the glass and good off that inbound play. Gives the home-standing Indians a 2-point lead, chance to make it 2 from the line, 3 from the line.
Mandy Horn on the foul for Elsberry.
Missed the free throw. Rebound, Elsberry comes away with. Took them a few players to get control of it, but they have it. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound, fought for, and coming away with it is Elsie. Into the front court for Morgan McDowell. Back up top for Jaylee Jennings, to the far side for Jordan Garner. McDowell thought about the three, didn't have time for it. Gets it back to Jennings to the far side for Borgmeyer. She'll take the three. That one's no good. And the rebound pulled in by Jennings. 2 seconds to go. They got to get it up. Nope, no shot. Didn't go anyway for Borgmeyer. And Van Far will have to settle for a 2-point lead after the first 8 minutes. We'll take a break, come back with quarter number 2 after this. It's high school basketball on TribCast.
Hi, this is Christine Rutherford of People's Bank and Trust in Bowling Green. At People's Bank and Trust, we don't think our responsibility to the community should end when we leave the bank each day. You see, at our community bank, we volunteer for many charitable organizations and civic activities, as well as cheer on our hometown teams. Pride in our community is important to us here at People's Bank and Trust. Come see us at one of our convenient locations, Bowling Green, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, or Elsberry. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Take your grocery list to County Market in Bowling Green, Louisiana and Vandalia and save on the freshest produce, deli, bakery, and meats. Everything you need for a kid's lunch, dinner for one, or a feast for the entire family. Savings every day throughout the store. Sign up for a Max card for instant rewards. Download the My County Market app or check out mycountymarket.com for coupons and more. Enjoy the game and visit County Market in Bowling Green, Louisiana and Vandalia. We value fresh, we value family, we value you.
First quarter scoring is brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Akey and Ken Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance and more at youngenterprisesinc.com.
For Elsberry, Hagemeyer leads the way with 5. She has a basket and 3 free throws. Then with 2 each is Claire Henry, Tess Weekly, and Anna St. Pierre for their 11. They shot 3 out of 4, all of those from Megan Hagemeyer. For Van Far, Reagan Case leads the way with 6. Jordan Garner has 4. And Jada Borgmeyer has 3. Van Far Lady Indians 0 for 2, make it 0 for 3 from the free throw line in that first quarter. 13-11, Van Far on top.
Starters back in there for Van Far. It was Deteen just missing a 3 on one end, and good steal by Garner on the other. Gathered it into Case, and actually not all the starters, as Jennings still in there. To Deteen, back to Jaylee Jennings. To the near side for Alexis Deteen. Get it to Garner. Her shot off the glass a little too hard, and Borgmeyer ties up the rebound. It'll go to Elsberry with 7:13 remaining in the half. Good crowd on the far side.
Absolutely.
Most of them in black and gold. Another steal by Case.
Yep, she's had a couple of those tonight.
Has the ball over to Alexis Deteen, back to Reagan Case. Into the corner for Jaylee Jennings. Back to Reagan to the far side for Deteen.
They're leaving her wide open, aren't they?
Here's the 3. That one just a little short, but the rebound picked up. Good job there by Jaylee Jennings to keep it going. And a travel now called on Jordan Garner, sending it back to the Elsberry Lady Indians. Another minute off the clock. No change in the scoring since the quarter began. Here's Weekly. Sydney Pickard tried to get it to Martin. Borgmeyer got in there, knocked it out of bounds. It's going to stay or go to Van Far. Good work by Jada Borgmeyer, and back into the ball game comes Maddie Kinsler. She replaces Sydney Pickard. An American Pickard.
From Pickardville. I like Sydney Pickard. I think she's a good little player.
Near side. Now back to Jennings on the far side. Pass was a little long for her. She tried to push it to Borgmeyer. Goes out of bounds. Back to Elsberry. Van Far gets in trouble when they try and do a little too much, don't they?
Yeah.
They need to keep it simple.
By the way, Pickardville's in Clarksville. So she's not from Pickardville.
Well, close.
Yeah, close.
Here's Weekly to the far side for Kinsler. Back to Tess Weekly. Coach Kochdow yells out yellow, and yellow means give it to Jada Borgmeyer, I guess.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, she's wearing yellow.
Yeah.
Shot too hard off the glass, and Garner just a little too amped up, I think.
She's strong, isn't she?
Uh-huh. Back up top for Martin. Kaylee Martin to the far side for Maddie Kinsler. Back to Tess Weekly. Now for Martin on the near point. St. Pierre getting ready to check back in for Elsberry. Tess Weekly with the ball. Goes against Jaylee Jennings. Lob pass to the near side. Shot put up, and that one is good for Maddie Kinsler. First points of the quarter for either team. Tied up at 13. Deteen playing catch with Borgmeyer. Now to Jennings. To Jada Borgmeyer. Try to work it into Jordan Garner. She was in a triple team and hangs on to the arm. Actually spun herself around pretty good. Mandy Horn. Didn't move much, did she?
Second personal on Garner. Elsie back into the ball game for Van Far, replacing Deteen.
All knotted at 13. Elsberry yet to hold the lead in this ball game. They have a chance here, but throw it away.
Yep.
We have played almost 4 minutes, and Van Far's yet to score in the quarter. Elsberry not doing much better. They just got the 2 points to tie. Here's a three, top of the key, no. Rebound knocked back out to Jennings. Here's Case for three. That one was partially blocked. Rebound still being fought for. Weekly gets it ahead. Kinsler to Martin, and she traveled.
Coach now holding her hands on her head like, oh, my. Then she's giving some encouragement. So
it's just like a new toy sometimes, isn't it? You just want to hold it a little tight and end up breaking it.
Yeah.
Long two for Case, no good. The rebound picked up by Weekly as she continues her good play on the defensive boards. She pushes it up the floor and is intercepted by Garner, who just muscled that away from the much smaller Kaylee Martin. Here's Borgmeyer all the way into the corner, gives it back to Jennings, now to Case. Reagan backs up, over to Jaylee Jennings again. As Borgmeyer behind her, comes to the near side for Case. Back to Borgmeyer. She'll put up the tray. That one offline. And the rebound comes all the way out to Jaylee Jennings. Now Reagan Case with it. Back to Jennings. Everything on the perimeter right now. As that's what Elsberry does. They clog that middle, and now it's stolen away. Martin with it. 1 on 3. No, but a foul will send Kaylee Martin to the line. Good work defensively by Kinsler to get that steal. And the foul is on Case.
Her first. Team's fourth.
Elsberry can't take the lead on the first of 2 free throws. As Martin's shot was short, hit the front iron and fell down. See if she can sneak this one over. More arc, and that's the first lead of the night for Elsberry. Timeout taken by Carrie Koch-Dowell and the Lady Indians of Elsberry. 2:57 to go. They lead Van Far 14-13 on TribCast.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC of Bowling Green and Silex are committed to offering sincere and caring service in your time of need. Family owned and operated since 1946, John and Kathy Beach, Ryan V. Bibb, and Lori Smith know how important a personal touch can be. Their goal is compassionate service with dignity and respect, uplifting and comforting. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Visit online at bibbbeach.com or call 324-2211 in Bowling Green or 384-5555 in Silex for more information.
This is the sound of everyday engine threats unleashing their wrath on your engine. Now, this is the sound of Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline, providing the best total engine protection you can get. Period. Think all premium fuels are the same? Think again. Choose Shell V-Power Nitro Plus today.
Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Van Far with the ball after the timeout. They trail for the first time in this game. Still haven't scored here in the second quarter. Here's Reagan Case with it. Loses it. Taken away by Kinsler. She's on the run. One-on-one, no, but a foul. Ooh.
That was close.
Yeah, that was questionable. It looked like she lost the ball on the way up, didn't it?
Yeah. Yep. So 2 quick ones on Reagan.
And a chance with Kinsler at the line to extend this 1-point lead. Can't do it on the first shot.
That was Kinsler's first shot from the free throw line. The team is now 4 out of 6 from the free throw line.
Missed the second one as well. The rebound is knocked out of bounds, and it'll go to Van Far. That looked like the last touch was on Jaylee Jennings, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Van Far will take it.
They'll take it.
Jennings with the ball to Garner. Pass to the near side for Elsie. Tried to get it down to Borgmeyer, and it's stolen off her hand by Tess Weekly. Weekly stops right in front of us here in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Now continues into the front court. Martin to Tess Weekly. Weekly looked to go baseline, and Jennings just trying to avoid contact, fell backwards. You don't want to get hit by Tess Weekly at speed.
No.
I've seen that show. Haven't experienced it, but I've seen it.
I was going to say, have you experienced it?
It's pretty much a freight train.
Yeah, yeah.
What travel call?
What you call a load.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Van Far needs some points. They don't have any yet here in the second quarter. We're down to 2 minutes to go. Here's Jennings for 2. That one's offline. And the rebound again gathered in by Tess Weekly. To the far side for Maddie Kinsler. Kinsler moves up the floor. Will pull back once she gets to the baseline and set the offense. Here's Weekly with it. Turnaround shot for 3 is no good. Garner the rebound. To Jennings and out of bounds. Back to Elsberry. Into the ball game comes Alex Conaway. She replaced Jennings. Martin. Back up top for Kinsler. To the far side for Weekly. Put it inside. Turnaround shot. No good for Claire Henry. And Borgmeyer comes away with it. Pass backwards. Gathered in by Alexis Deteen. Minute 13 to go. 14-13. Only 3 points scored in the quarter, all by Elsberry to take the advantage. Here's Deteen back to Conaway, now Borgmeyer. Jada over to Alex Conaway. Skip pass back to Jada. She's going to take the 3. That one's offline. Missed everything out of bounds, and we'll go back to Elsberry with 50 seconds even on the clock.
Elsberry playing a 2-3 zone defense. That allows the perimeter to be open for a lot of shots. Van Far's taken a lot of shots. Made the majority of them early, but lately they are way short on the 3 ball.
Far side with it is Kinsler. She gets the lob pass to the baseline. Her shot, no good. Borgmeyer the rebound. Hits Garner in the back. Gets the ball again. And we'll take it up the floor for Van Far. Stolen away. And again, Garner grabbing that arm, but got away with it this time. Now steals the ball. Back to Jada Borgmeyer. 19 seconds to go. Pass. How about the 3? That one's offline. Garner the rebound over everything. Elsie got it that time. Borgmeyer down to 5 seconds. Borgmeyer blocked. Got her own rebound. Put back.
Yeah.
No. Traveling called.
Wow.
So no shot. That would have given Van Far the halftime lead. Instead, they trail by 1 point. Only 3 points scored in the entire second quarter, all by Elsberry. And we go to the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime with a 14-13 Elsberry Lady Indian lead. Come back with more from Van Far in a minute here on thepeoplestribune.com.
Did you know you can find the answers to your personal health care questions and get the results of your medical tests, all from the comfort of your own home and all from Hannibal Clinic? It only takes a few seconds and you're signed up for our patient portal. Just go to HannibalClinic.com and you're on the way. It's so convenient and completely secure and confidential. Sign in and start enjoying the convenience of your own patient portal today. Hannibal Clinic, where the patient comes first.
If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
If you buy electricity from Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, you're more than a customer. You're a member too. What does that mean? It means you have a say in how things run. It means you have equity in Cuivre River when there's money left after expenses each year. It means that helping you save electricity is important because we're in this together. It means you have more than safe, reliable energy. You have power. You have people. Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, owned by those they serve. CUIVRE.com.
Pike County Home Health can provide skilled home health services for homebound patients of Pike County. I'm Peggy Summers. Our agency offers a team approach with a registered nurse coordinating needed services. Home health services include skilled nursing, home health aid, social services, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and a certified diabetic program. We do dressing changes, IV therapy, monitor medications, do diabetic foot care, and many other services.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
It's time for the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, 2 quarters in the books, Chuck, as the band plays here at Van Far, and the cheerleading squad does some great tumbling passes. The girl down there on the baseline, she loved it. She was into it. But a little confused about this game. 14-13, Elsberry leads after 2 quarters, and it really, I mean, Van Far came out so hot on an 11-2 run over the first 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Elsberry takes a timeout, and they've controlled the pace since then. A lot more Van Far turnovers. That 2-3 zone you talked about has forced Van Far to do what was coming naturally the first couple minutes of the ball game. Now that it's open for them, they're not hitting. The shots are coming up short.
It's kind of amazing, isn't it, how you can be so hot and then get so cold just seconds later, it seems like. But you're right. Indians came out, looked like Van Far came out, looked like it was going to be a blowout. Reagan Case hit 2 3-pointers, bang, bang, right in a row. Then you got one from Borgmeyer and a 2-pointer from Garner, and all of a sudden it was 11-2. And you thought things were going to go Van Far's way. But give credit, like you mentioned, Carrie Kochdow. She knows what she's doing out there. She saw what was going on and had a plan to combat it. And since then, they have held Van Far, like I say, scoreless in the second quarter. They didn't get a point at all, really not even close to a point. Meantime, Elsberry not tearing it up. They only scored 3 in that second quarter and lead it 14-13 here at the intermission.
With as good as Elsberry's defense is, and the fact that Carrie Kochdow has proven to be a pretty good game manager, if that team could learn to shoot consistently, oh my goodness, they'd be up there battling. I don't think they'd be quite as good as Clopton, but they could give them a game.
I think Coach Carrie Kochadow's idea here is to get Hagemeyer involved down low. She's hit a basket in there, but she's been shooting and has 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. So I think the idea is to get Hagemeyer involved. If she can't hit the shot, then send her to the free throw line where she's been doing good. Now, out there at Clopton last week, we saw the play of Weekly that was really, really good, and she shot from the outside. We haven't seen much of that in this one. Weekly only has a basket here. So I think it's a whole new game plan here against the Indians as opposed to what was going on last week.
We have about 5 minutes to go before quarter number 3 begins. We'll take a quick break, come back with your first half scoring after this. It's high school basketball from Van Far here on the PeoplesTribune.com.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Cindy Blaylock will be there for you. 201 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Online at cindyblaylockagency.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
Hello, this is Mary Millen from Community State Bank of Missouri. Some financial institutions make you go through a lot of red tape to get a loan. At Community State Bank, we try to keep things simple. When you talk with us, you're talking to the people who make decisions. Next time you need a loan for whatever reason, come see us. You'll be glad you did. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Equal housing lender.
Winter wind is upon us. No need to shiver in the cold inside. Stop by your local La Crosse Lumber Company and check out their complete line of new construction and replacement windows and doors. Matte and blown-in insulation to cut down on those high heating bills and help your family feel warm and cozy all season long. Getting the job done. La Crosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green, Louisiana, Vandalia, and Clarksville, where project pricing and blueprint service are always available.
This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green. Here to help life go right, State Farm is there.
Back at Van Far, we played 2 quarters. This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime, and let's check the scoring, brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, A.K. and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
Okay, for the Van Far Lady Indians, their leading scorer, Reagan Case. She's got a couple of 3 balls. Those come very early in the ballgame. So she's got 6 to lead the way. Jordan Garner has 4, and Jada Borgmeyer has the other 3 on a tray for their total of 13. Katie Elsie, the only gal to shoot free throws for Van Far. Well, I take that back. Jordan Garner did have 1 also. They've missed them all. Van Far 0 for 3 from the line in that first half of play. 2 fouls on Garner, 2 fouls on Case. The team only committed 5 in that first half. Now for Elsberry, they've got a point from Kaylee Martin, 2 points from Claire Henry. They've got 2 points from Tess Weekly, 5 from Megan Hagemeyer, who leads the way. And Maddie Kinsler has 2. Anna St. Pierre also with 2 for their total of 14 points. Free throw shooting for Elsberry, they're 4 out of 8, 50%. They only committed 4 fouls in the first half as a team, so nobody in foul trouble for the Elsberry Indians.
Scoring update brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, A.K. and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. The fight song means we've reached the end of the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime. We'll have third quarter action for you after this right here on thepeoplestribune.com.
Since 1949, Sterling Lumber Company of Louisiana has been proud to serve the area, buying all species of standing timber. With the help of its hardworking employees, Sterling Lumber Company is looking forward to generations of success in the future. Ever growing, Sterling Lumber Company now has 4 sawmills to better serve you. Give Sterling Lumber a call for more information. Remember, they buy all species of standing timber and will pay 100% before cutting. Sterling Lumber, Highway 54 West, Louisiana.
In a season of falling temperatures and rising energy bills, your local Bryant professional stands ready to defend your home's comfort. Because when the temperature falls, Bryant turns up the heat efficiently.
Your protectors are Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling in Bowling Green at 106 Business Highway 61 North, 324-6500, SparksHeatingandCooling.com.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these 2 schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your New Holland agriculture equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Second half start brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to start your next improvement project at a location close to you. Lacrosse Lumber Company, getting the job done. Elsberry ball, they'll now be going from the left to the right. Van Far from the right to the left here in the second half of this ball game. With it is Kinsler to Martin. Now far side for Tess Weekly. She lost it out of bounds, but they say it was Deteen that knocked it away from her. So Weekly and Elsberry get to keep the ball here in their first possession of the second half. They were the only team that scored in quarter number 2. Let's see how quarter number 3 begins with a three-pointer from Weekly to extend that lead. Here's Deteen for the Indians, and over and back. Ooh, that was close. I thought she was over the line.
Yeah, I think so too.
It wasn't the official that was on the line that called it. It was the official ahead of Conaway. That's a bad call.
Yeah, I think so too.
Kinsler with it for the Elsberry Indians. For Kaylee Martin. Martin to Tess Weekly. Weekly looking for Hagemeyer. Finds her on Garner. Turnaround shot. That one will find its way down. Well, maybe we'll have a situation like the first quarter, and that's through the hands of Deteen and out of bounds. Turnover again. Back to Elsberry, where this time it'll be Elsberry putting up a 9-point lead and Van Far coming back. We can hope, right?
Yes, sir.
Right now it's a 6-point advantage for Elsberry. Free throw line, they kick it back. Now to Weekly. They are going with that play right now, aren't they? Dropping it into Hagemeyer. Here's the 3-ball from the near side. No good for Weekly, but they retain possession. That's off the top of the backboard. Thought those were supposed to be blown dead.
Yeah, they let it go.
Conaway to the far side for Case. Gets it back into the middle for Garner. Nothing there. Kicks it back to Case. They get a nice job to retain possession. Gets it back to Alex Conaway. For Garner. Her fadeaway off the glass is no good. And all alone was Tess Weekly for the rebound. She slows things up. Thrown away. Borgmeyer had the last touch according to the official down low.
Reached out. I think she just touched it with her pinky. Enough to deflect it out of bounds.
Touched a single strand of hair or something. Pass inside. Hagemeyer kicks it to the near side. From the baseline, that shot is good for Anna St. Pierre.
That's St. Pierre's second bucket. She's got 4.
The team kicks it out to Borgmeyer. Works it in the middle. Near side. Now to Borgmeyer again. Deteen on the far side. Works it into Garner. Nothing there for her. So she'll kick it back out to Alex Conaway. Pass for Borgmeyer, and Weekly got a push in to make some room, and now we'll draw the foul. Head to the line. Borgmeyer picks it up.
Jada's first.
Oh, there's a loose ball. I'll just shove you out of the way. No problem, right?
Right.
All Elsberry over the last 2 quarters.
You have to score to win, that's for sure.
And there's another point for Tess Weekly. Hagemeyer checks out, replaced by Claire Henry. 3 substitutions coming for Van Far as Jennings comes back in, Morgan McDowell and Katie Elsey. So the only starter out there for the Van Far Indians is Reagan Case. Missed the second one, and the rebound pulled in by Elsey. Conway with it. Skip pass to Case on the far side. She'll try the three. That one is a little long. A little too much muscle on it.
Well, she was wide open, though. They're leaving her alone right now to shoot.
3 minutes gone, third quarter. Elsberry's lead is 9. That equals the biggest lead for either team tonight. Van Far had the 9-point lead early. With it on the far side is Maddie Kinsler to Tess Weekly. Weekly backs it up to Kaylee Martin. Now for Henry. Henry lost it. And a blocking foul whistled against Kaylee Martin on Jaylee Jennings. Here's Jennings, long two far to the left, and Weekly another defensive end rebound. And on the floor, we have a foul. Kinsler was fouled by, who got it? Reagan?
Reagan, that's number 3 on Reagan Case.
So Kinsler will inbound with Case in her face. Gets it to Henry. Can't get that one to stick on the front iron. And the rebound picked up by Katie Elsey for Van Far. Jaylee Jennings will bring it up the floor. Borgmeyer getting ready to check back in. Jennings for Conaway. Back to Jennings. Reagan on the near side gets it back to Jennings at the free throw line to the far side for Conaway. Her shot's offline. And Claire Henry the rebound for Elsberry.
Van Far taking good shots. Can't complain about that. They just won't go down.
Kinsler to Anna St. Pierre. Martin to the far side for Tess Weekly. Weekly to Kinsler. Now to Martin. Bounce pass down low for Henry. It was out of her reach. And turned right around and said, sorry, Coach. Coach says, have a seat.
It's all right, sit down.
That's okay. You can think about it now.
Sit down. We'll think about it.
Here's Jennings. To Conaway on the far side. Back to Jaylee Jennings. Now for Borgmeyer. Jada gets it back to the top for Jennings. That one rattles down. That ends the misery and makes it 22-15. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Knocked out of bounds, and last touch was by Sydney Pickard, so it goes back to Van Far, and back into the ballgame comes Megan Hagemeyer for Anna St. Pierre.
See if Van Far can put a little run together here.
Borgmeyer to Jennings, far side for Conaway. Into the corner, and back up top for Jennings. Now Borgmeyer thought about the three. Over to the far side for Morgan McDowell. McDowell had it ripped away from her by Claire Henry. And here comes Elsberry with 2:28 on the clock. Tess Weekly. Over to the far side for Sydney Pickard. Pickard to Hagemeyer, now back up top. Hagemeyer with it to Weekly. Working against McDowell, puts up the shot. That one's offline. And the rebound. Borgmeyer knocked it to Conaway, and here come the Van Far Lady Indians. Far side, Borgmeyer. Stops, gives it to Jennings, now near side for Conaway. Thought about going to the corner, gives it back to Jennings. Now Borgmeyer will take the three. That one is a little bit long, and the rebound, ooh. My goodness, Weekly just cleared everybody out. You're going to hook my arm, I'm going to hook you to the ground. With it is Pickard on the far side. To Hagemeyer, now to Weekly. Weekly, turnaround shot, no, but a foul. Going to be whistled against Morgan McDowell, the 5'5 sophomore.
That's McDowell's first, team's second.
Minute 33 to go in quarter number 3. Weekly at the line. And her shot is good.
She's the leading scorer now with 7.
And the second shot is good as well. Back to a 9-point advantage for Elsberry. Jennings to Conaway, back to Jaley. Conaway again, bounce pass to the line for Elsie. She's blocked, back to Jennings, over to the far side for Deteen. Her shot is short and right into the waiting arms of Tess Weekly. Who else?
That's why you don't go inside on Elsberry tonight. When you do, you get blocked.
Yep, that shot short and out of bounds. Josie Horn laid off it, and it's Van Far ball.
Oh, Weekly's coming out, so Van Far now has the opportunity. They got to take advantage of
Yeah,
this.
yeah, they need to get two or three hoops down before she comes back into the ball game. Which, if they score 2 or 3 hoops, she's coming right back in the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Jennings to the far side for Borgmeyer, back up top for Conaway, taking too much time. Deteen, 45 seconds left in the quarter. Jennings for 3. That one's no good. Rebound knocked around, and Elsberry came away with it. In trouble. They get it to Henry now. Through Hagemeyer to Kinsler. 28 seconds, and you know Van Far's going to take their time, right? Or Elsberry is.
Oh, sure.
Goes to the floor, and it's a tie-up, and that'll go back to Van Far with 21.8 seconds to go. That means, barring another tie-up, Elsberry will start the fourth quarter with the ball. Here's Deteen. 14 seconds. They need a shot. Down to 8 seconds. To Deteen again. Drives, kicks it out. Long 2 from Conaway is good. Makes it 24-17 after 3 quarters. Van Far has their work cut out for them as we head to the fourth. They're trailing Elsberry here in the first of 2 games tonight on TribCast.
High school basketball on TribCast is brought to you in part by Abel's Quick Shops, Dieter's Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop, by Cole Chiropractic Center, Airco Convenience Stores in Bowling Green in Louisiana, by Mid-America Auto and Towing, Pepsi-Cola Bottlers of Bowling Green, and by Bowling Green Lumber Company. More hoops are coming up from the People's Tribune newspaper. This is TribCast.
Family Health Pharmacies in Bowling Green and Louisiana offer more prescriptions under more insurance plans for less. That should make you feel better. Family Health Pharmacies is there to help you when you're not feeling your best. Great gift ideas and half-price greeting cards, too. 2 convenient locations to serve you. Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center on the Square in Bowling Green, and Family Drug, 301 Georgia in Louisiana. Family Health Pharmacies, just what the doctor ordered.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your Exmark professional turf care equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Checking the scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, A.K. and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
Elsberry, Martin has 1. Let's see, Claire Henry has 2. It is Tess Weekly with 8, Hagemeyer with 7, Anna St. Pierre has 4, Mandy Kinsler has 2. Now for Van Far, Garner with 4, Case with 6, Borgmeyer with 3, Conaway with 2, and Jaylee Jennings with 3. And that is the scoring for this third quarter.
Out of bounds is Borgmeyer. Checking the scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. A.K. and Kent Seeds A.K. and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more. I got it straight. YoungEnterprisesInc.com. Everyone knew what I was saying.
Oh, sure.
7:10 to go in regulation. Shot off the glass is good for Martin. Makes it 26-17. Van Far just can't get it under 9 for too long. Need to start hurrying up offensively. Here's Elsie. Her shot's good. Katie Elsie. And a foul whistled on Alexis Deteen. Still plenty of fouls to work with here. And Kinsler will inbound right in front of us. Jennings out on her, and ooh, almost getting that heel back, and Weekly a little sly smile. But then it's stolen away by Jaylee Jennings. Press your luck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's Deteen with it for Van Far to the far side for Jennings. Now into the corner for Jada Borgmeyer. Bounce pass down low, and a reach-in foul going to be whistled on Tess Weekly.
Only the second foul on Weekly.
And intercepted by Maddie Kinsler on the inbound play. She drops it off for Weekly. Deteen out on her. To Kinsler. With Jennings in front of her for Van Far. Back to Kaylee Martin, now to Tess Weekly. And another foul on Deteen.
That'll be 2 on Alexis.
She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it one bit. Kinsler, pass rejected, but Elsberry continues on, and it'll be Kaylee Martin with another 2. Back to another 9-point lead for Elsberry. Elsie around to Deteen. Deteen trying to find the baseline. Found it and then got stuck. Kicks it back out to Jaylee Jennings. Thought about taking that 3. She'll reset. 5:25 to go, fourth quarter. That shot offline, rebound, picked up by Elsberry. Team effort on the rebound. Martin with it. Lobs it into Hagemeyer. Her shot no good. Shot it straight up in the air, but Weekly comes away with it. How about Kinsler for 3 now? Rebound to Deteen. Deteen will give it to Jennings. Whoop. Saved by Jennings from going into the backcourt to Conaway. Skip pass far side. And back up top to Jaylee Jennings. Over to Alexis Deteen. Deteen back to Jennings. Got to take a shot at some point. That one's blocked. They say clean by Kaylee Martin. Weekly will bring it up the floor. 4.5 remaining in this contest. Pass tipped and knocked out of bounds by Alexis Deteen. It'll stay with Elsberry. 4:25 on the clock. They say Van Far ball.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, that was knocked out completely by Deteen. And a kickball called against Maddie Kinsler. Negates the steal. Van Far will have an inbound play on the far side. Jennings to Deteen. Skip pass back to Jaylee on the far side. She'll take the 3. That one's a little long. Rebound pulled in. Wow, by Van Far. How'd they come away with it? Gina Clausen. That shot's no good. And finally a foul called. That'll send Jaylee Jennings to the line. I couldn't even see Clausen in the middle of that pile of red. Needle in a haystack. Shot's good for Jennings to make it an 8-point game. Midway point of the fourth quarter. Van Far with some work to do. The second shot is good as well. 7 is as close as Van Far's been able to get for a long time. They need a stop and a score. Weekly knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Elsberry.
Yep, they're thinking stop and a score and more.
Stop and a score and a stop and a score and a stop and a score and then some more. You know me and Chuck write children's books. That shot no good, but a foul will send Megan Hagemeyer to the line.
Jump, Jane, jump.
We don't sell any. We just write them.
Yeah.
Just notebooks full of that stuff.
I got some good ideas in them things.
Shot's no good. One more shot for Hagemeyer, and this one is good. So 1 for 2, and the lead is 8. Here's Deteen with it. Bounce pass for Jaylee Jennings on the far side. She goes baseline, kicks it back to Jada Borgmeyer. Borgmeyer goes 1 on 5 and gets fouled.
Coach Dowell over here. She couldn't believe it.
And the shot is up and good for Jada Borgmeyer. Well, if she can hit this one, we're under 7.
Van Far's finally shooting free throws, and they're 3 for 3.
You say that after the shots, Chuck. Yep, you jinxed her.
Sorry, man. You're right. I knew better.
And that lead's still stuck at 7. Between 7 and 9, all half long. And Coach Carrie Koch-Dowell takes the timeout for Elsberry. We'll take 1-2, 3:27 left in regulation. Van Far trails 29-22 to Elsberry on TribCast.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. With an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at PCMH, and I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. Working with Clopton, Bowling Green, and Louisiana schools, we strive to prevent, diagnose, and treat a wide variety of injuries, ranging from sprains and fractures to heat stroke and concussions. In addition to sports coverage, we offer impact testing for head injuries as well as athletic enhancement for those athletes looking to get a step ahead of the competition. Rest assured, we're at work while your athletes are at play.
Hi, this is Christine Rutherford of People's Bank and Trust in Bowling Green. At People's Bank and Trust, we don't think our responsibility to the community should end when we leave the bank each day. You see, at our community bank, we volunteer for many charitable organizations and civic activities, as well as cheer on our hometown teams. Pride in our community is important to us here at People's Bank and Trust. Come see us at one of our convenient locations, Bowling Green, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, or Elsberry. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Elsberry ball after the timeout. It's tipped and taken away by Alexis Deteen to the hoop. No, and the rebound pulled in by Claire Henry. Darn it. Knocked away again. Good play by Deteen to Jennings. She gives up the dribble, now gives the ball to Jada Borgmeyer. Borgmeyer over to Deteen on the far side. Change is coming for Elsberry. Here's the 3 ball, and that one's good. Oh, that's a big shot for Jada Borgmeyer. 4-point game. 2:50 to go. Here's Hagemeyer right in front of us without a dribble. Gives it to Tess Weekly. Weekly works against Alexis Deteen. Weekly. Couple of attempts to get past, and now a swat called on Alexis Deteen. I think she got the lip of Tess Weekly. She was checking.
Yep.
Back into the ballgame comes Josie Horn and Kaylee Martin.
No blood. They say 4 fouls on Deteen now.
Back into the ballgame comes Jordan Garner and Reagan Case.
It's a 1-and-1 here for Weekly.
To make it a 5-point game, she hits the first, earns the second.
Weekly, 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. And a total of 9 points in the game.
Second shot, that one rattles down as well. The lead is 6. 31-25. Garner to Case. Near side for Borgmeyer, back to Reagan Case. She'll take the 3. It was there for her, and she rattles it down.
There you go, Reagan. Good job, babe. Good job.
31-28, 2:10 to go. Long pass for Hagemeyer and a blocking foul called, and the shot counts. Chance to get those 3 points right back. Borgmeyer charged with the personal.
That puts Hagemeyer into double figures with 10.
She misses, and the rebound picked up by Katie Elsey. I just noticed that Tess Weekly has somebody's picture on her socks. I think it might be Superman. Here's Garner, her shot offline, and the rebound picked up by Josie Horn.
I'm going to look at her socks and see if I can tell what you're talking about.
Here she is with the ball. She won't slow down enough for you to
actually
take a look.
I think it's a picture of you, Mark.
Is it? It hasn't been me from like 10th grade. There's way too much hair. Oh. The foul whistled on Katie Elsey. And the shot is no good for Tess Weekly. Martin checks out, replaced by Maddie Kinsler. So the tall lineup in there right now for Elsberry.
Weekly 5 out of 7.
Now she hit the second one.
6 out of 8.
Need another 3 here.
Would be nice.
Borgmeyer. To Jennings, back to Jada. Top of the key. 3 is just offline. And the rebound is a tie-up. And down is Megan Hagemeyer.
Stays with the Lady Indians from Vanfar.
Hagemeyer holding her back a little bit, but she's going to stay in the contest. Case to inbound. They get it back to Jennings, over to Borgmeyer. Borgmeyer back to Reagan Case for 3. That one's offline. Rebound was initially grabbed by Borgmeyer, went off her hands, and she's going to be charged with a foul. Just couldn't hang on to it. Is that 4?
4 on Borgmeyer, yeah. Yep.
Ava Gladney coming in for Elsberry after the first shot. It's a 2-shot foul for Claire Henry.
Claire's first trip to the line.
And she rims out the first one.
Claire has a bucket way back in the first quarter for 2 points in the game.
Maddie Kinsler checks out. And the second shot goes down. They've been great at hitting the back end. 35-28. Van Far needs points in a hurry. Down to a minute 10 to go in this ball game. Jennings back to Case. Over to Garner. And she is knocked down by Claire Henry. Inbound play coming for Van Far. Only the 5th team foul.
Second on Henry.
They gave it to the wrong 10 on the scoreboard. That one, no good. Rebound fought for. Ooh, big elbows coming from Megan Hagemeyer, and she'll be shooting free throws because I think she connected with somebody. Five fresh getting ready to check in for Van Far with 1 minute to go. Good.
Hagemeyer now with 11 on the night. That matches Weekly. She's got 11 also.
To equal the biggest lead of the night. Second shot. Rims out. Tipped around. Weekly comes away with it. And Elsberry going to run some clock here, down to 50 seconds to go, and 5 seconds called against Tess Weekly. Yikes.
Oh, look at that. He's smiling over there. He's happy with himself. I did good.
Here's Deteen to Conaway. 3-ball is well short by Deteen, out of bounds. Clock took a second to start again, but it's going. Here's Weekly to the hoop. No. Deteen tripped. Gets it ahead, and what do we have? A timeout taken by Van Far with 29 seconds to go, trailing by 8. 36-28, Elsberry on their way to victory here on the road here on TribCast.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Astro and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
29 seconds to go. We still have men's basketball to come tonight. Elsberry and Van Far are getting set to do battle. They're in the locker rooms getting primed right now. Here's a 3 from Deteen. That one had a little more mustard, goes off the glass and in. It's a 5-point ball game, but there's only 15 seconds to go. You got a foul, right?
Yep.
You got a catcher to foul her. And they didn't. To the near side, down to 7 seconds, and they're not going to do it. Down to 2 seconds, 1, and this game is over. A 5-point road victory for the Elsberry Lady Indians, 36-31 over the Van Far Lady Indians. We'll be back with our post-game show after this, our Sterling Lumber Company TribCast post-game after these words on TribCast.
Take your grocery list to County Market in Bowling Green, Louisiana and Vandalia and save on the freshest produce, deli, bakery, and meats. Everything you need for a kid's lunch, dinner for one, or a feast for the entire family. Savings every day throughout the store. Sign up for a Max card for instant rewards. Download the My County Market app or check out mycountymarket.com for coupons and more. Enjoy the game and visit County Market in Bowling Green, Louisiana and Vandalia. We value fresh, we value family, we value you.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC of Bowling Green and Silex are committed to offering sincere and caring service in your time of need. Family owned and operated since 1946, John and Kathy Beach, Ryan V. Bibb, and Lori Smith know how important a personal touch can be. Their goal is compassionate service with dignity and respect, uplifting and comforting. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Visit online at bibbbeach.com or call 324-2211 in Bowling Green or 384-5555 in Silex for more information.
It's time for the Sterling Lumber TribCast postgame, brought to you by Sterling Lumber in Louisiana, the worldwide leader in ground protection matting and environmental access.
Well, Van Far started hot. A couple of Reagan King's 3 balls, put them up early. They built an 11-2 lead in the first quarter. From then on out, it was Elsberry's game. Van Far gets a 3 there in the final 30 seconds, but then decide not to foul to stop the clock and let things tick away. I'm not sure the reasoning behind that, but they lose by 5, 36-31.
I tell you, kind of a frustrating loss really for Van Far after getting out to the big lead, but their shots just wouldn't fall, Mark. They were taking some pretty decent shots, you know, from the field. You couldn't complain with them. They just, for the longest time, couldn't buy a basket.
Well, and Elsberry said, here it is. This is what we're offering you. Take it.
Take it.
And for a while, Van Far just couldn't get the muscles up. I mean, everything was falling short there from beyond the arc for a long time. They would hit a few here and there sporadically, but just couldn't get the rhythm going and end up losing this game by a final of 36-31.
Van Far hit 6 3-pointers tonight. Sometimes you live by the 3-pointer, you also die by the 3-pointer. Van Far with 6 of those tonight.
Well, let's get our final check of the scoring from Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, A-Key and Kent Feeds, Ascro and DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance and more at youngenterprisesinc.com.
Okay, let's check Elsberry scoring first. 2 gals in double figures, both with 11 points. That would be Tess Weekly and Megan Hagemeyer. So Hagemeyer more or less inside play, and Weekly with the outside play, scoring 11 apiece. Kaylee Martin ended up with 5. Anna St. Pierre had 4. Claire Henry had 3. And it was Maddie Kinsler with 2 for their total of 36. From the free throw line, the Elsberry ladies were 13 out of 23. Now for the Vanpar Lady Indians, leading the way, Reagan Case with 9 points, all on 3 balls. She had 2 in the first quarter and 1 in the fourth. 9 points for Reagan to lead the way. Next was Jada Borgmeyer, who had 7. With 4 was Jordan Garner. And also scoring 4 was Jaylee Jennings. A 3 from Alexis Deteen late in the game. And with 2 each, Alex Conaway and Katie Elzy. Lady Indians shot 3 out of 7 from the charity stripe. And 31 points their total in the ballgame.
There's your final check of the scoring with Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Online at youngenterprisesinc.com. And tonight's Community State Bank TribCast Player of the Game is brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, serving their neighbors since 1887. And you have to go with 10 in white. I thought Reagan was better than 9 points. She had a few shots fall short, but she was getting the looks. She drained a few, got Vanpar out to an early lead, and just like the rest of them, couldn't find the rhythm after that.
Yeah,
but,
there were a couple of them that rattled around a little bit and came out, so she was close on most of her shots tonight. But, yeah, with 9 points, leading scorer, you have to give it to her.
Reagan Case, our Community State Bank TribCast Player of the Game. We'll wrap it up for the first game of the night as Elsberry defeats the homestanding Vanpar Lady Indians 36-31. We have men's action coming up. They're on the floor. We're about 7.5 minutes away from tip-off, so we'll be back with the pregame, our Cuivre River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame after this.
This is the sound of everyday engine threats unleashing their wrath on your engine. Now, this is the sound of Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline, providing the best total engine protection you can get. Period. Think all premium fuels are the same? Think again. Choose Shell V-Power Nitro Plus today.
Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Did you know you can find the answers to your personal health care questions and get the results of your medical tests, all from the comfort of your own home and all from Hannibal Clinic? It only takes a few seconds and you're signed up for our patient portal. Just go to HannibalClinic.com and you're on the way. It's so convenient and completely secure and confidential. Sign in and start enjoying the convenience of your own patient portal today. Hannibal Clinic, where the patient comes first.
It's time for the Cuivre River Electric TribCast Pregame, brought to you by Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, online at cuivre.com.
Welcome back to Vanpar, everybody, with Mark Froelich. I'm Chuck Brandstetter here at the Bowling Green Tractor TribCast broadcast booth. Second game of our doubleheader on TribCast this evening. The Vanpar Indians will take on the Elsberry Indians in men's play. Mark, Vanpar in a championship game last week. That's good news for Indian fans. It's been a while since they've been there.
11 years to be exact since they had played for a tournament championship. They came up short in the Madison tournament, but played a good 3 games and something to build on for this Vanpar team. Their most success in a week-long tournament since the days of Mike Smith.
Yeah, and meantime, it's always good to see our old buddy Chad Twellman coach for the Elsberry Indians.
Indeed. I haven't seen much of him lately. Our old friend from Silex now leading this Elsberry team. Should be fun. He always loves playing these conference battles and playing in this gym.
Well, the atmosphere is good. The band's playing. Everybody's had a good time. The Lady Indians of Vanpar went down to defeat by 5 earlier, and we'll be back. We'll have some more information for you here on the Cuivre River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame starting lineups when we come back on TribCast.
If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
Many of us are looking for ways to save energy, but please don't take safety shortcuts. Cuivre River Electric Cooperative reminds you to use electricity safely and take it seriously. Never touch a down power line after a storm. Always stay at least 10 feet away. Outdoors, look up for power lines and call 811 before you dig. Indoors, keep appliances away from water and don't overload circuits or use damaged cords. A safety message from Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, owned by those we serve.
This is the Cuivre River Electric TribCast Pregame, brought to you by Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. Online at cuivre.com.
It's another battle of the Indians, Van Far and Elsberry. Time for today's Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups. Check out all the services your Pike County Health Department offers at pikecountyhealth.org. Pike County Health Department, home health and hospice, neighbors helping neighbors.
First for the visiting Elsberry Indians, they're 5-6 on the season. Played some tough talent down south. They're coached by Chad Twellman. They'll start number 2, a 5'10 sophomore, Nathan Reed. Number 10 gets a start, a senior at 5'9, Tyler Turnbull. Senior at 5'9, number 22, Justin O'Brien gets the start tonight. Sophomore at 6'4, number 44, Garrick Hill. And a sophomore at 6'5", number 54, Trevor Anthony. So again, for the Elsberry Indians, it's Reed, Turnbull, O'Brien, Hill, and Anthony. For the Van Far Indians, they're 6-3, coming off that second place finish in the Madison tournament, coached by Pat Conaway. They'll start a 5'11 junior, number 3, Lathan McMorris. Number 10 gets a start, a 6'2 sophomore, Caden Wilburn. Also 6'2", he's a junior, number 12, Braden Christian gets the start. A 5'11 junior, number 32, Josh Hottie, and number 34, a 6'2 sophomore, Trey Miller, in the starting 5. So again, it's McMorris, Wilburn, Christian, Hottie, and Miller, your starters for the Van Far Indians.
And those are the Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups for today's game. Check out all the services your Pike County Health Department offers. Just visit pikecountyhealth.org. Pike County Health Department, home health and hospice, neighbors helping neighbors. Just a couple of minutes away from game time. This has been the Cuivre River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame show. The La Crosse Lumber Company opening tip is next when we come back with Van Far Elsberry basketball on thepeoplestribune.com.
This is TribCast, coverage of high school basketball. Action from the hardwood on thepeoplestribune.com is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia. By Young Enterprises Incorporated, Community State Bank, La Crosse Lumber Company, Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling, the Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon, Sterling Lumber Company, Family Health Pharmacies, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, People's Bank and Trust, by County Market, Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC, by Hannibal Clinic, Abel's Quick Shops, Lynn's Heritage House, Shelter Insurance Agent Frank Wallace in Vandalia, by Pike County Title Company, Wharf Construction, Center Locker Service, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Bowling Green Lumber Company, Pepsi-Cola Bottlers of Bowling Green, by Mid-America Auto and Towing, Aircoat Convenience Centers in Bowling Green and Louisiana, Cole Chiropractic Center, and by Dieter Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop. Now, coverage of high school basketball from the People's Tribune newspaper. This is TribCast.
Welcome back to Van Far High School with Mark Froenig, Chuck Brandstetter here at the Bowling Green Tractor TribCast broadcast booth. The folks have settled in after getting some refreshments between games. The ladies of Van Far defeated by Elsberry by 5, and the Van Far boys will be trying to even it up here tonight against these Elsberry Indians.
What'd you say to Coach Twellman? The Indians are going to win tonight.
Yeah, I definitely believe the Indians will win tonight. Let's take our final break. We'll be back. We'll have basketball next on TribCast.
This is Kim Gam, RN, Certified Diabetes Educator and Coordinator of the Pike County Diabetes Counseling Program. Diabetes self-management education is designed to help you understand the disease and learn to manage it. Our nationally recognized program provides quality education and covers all aspects of diabetes management from basic to advanced skills. For more information, contact the Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice at 573-324-2111.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your Exmark professional turf care equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Well, the Van Far cheerleaders exiting the gymnasium, so we're about set for basketball. The opening tip brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to start your next improvement project at a location close to you. Lacrosse Lumber Company, getting the job done.
I think the cheerleaders are staying in the gym. They just got off the floor.
Exiting the floor, yeah.
So they didn't kick them out or anything.
No. Anthony will jump for Elsberry, and it'll be Hottie for Van Far. This one is underway. Elsberry wins the opening tip.
That happened in the girls' game, too.
Huh?
That happened in the girls' game, too.
They know how to get that tip, don't they? Now we have a traveling call out front. That'll be whistled against Garrick Hill. He's a big guy, 6'4". And out front, commits a violation to start the ball game. They're going to put on some pressure. In the backcourt, one guy, and then they meet him in half court. Across the line with it is Lathan McMorris. He gets it to Christian at the high post. Outside it goes to Hottie. Over in the left corner to Wilburn. Now back to Hottie out front. Here's McMorris on the right wing. Passes over on the other side again. And they feed it inside. Hottie will drive to the lane and score. Josh Hottie, quite a talent for these Indians. 5'11", the Van Far Indians, I should say. Now look at this. Trapped in the back court. And a foul's going to be called. It's going to go against Van Far, right? And Braden Christian.
His first, team's first.
Justin O'Brien in front of the spectators on the far side. Throws it in to Tyler Turnbull. That one bounced off the foot, but O'Brien manages to get it. Now he lost it again, but picked up by Hill. Hill to the baseline, spins, shoots, scores. Nice move off the glass for Garrick Hill. And we're tied 2-2 a minute into this one. Christian to Wilburn in the left corner, back on the wing on the drive, and a blocking foul called here against their big guy, Trevor Anthony. Of course, non-shooting out of bounds on the far side again. Braden Christian will toss it in to Josh Hottie.
A lot of these Elsberry players we know from football season and the Clopton-Elsberry Indian Hawks.
Here's a long shot downtown. That was Hottie from the corner, I presume.
It was for 3.
And it's 5-2, Van Far. Now we're going to have a foul whistle on Trey Miller on the other end. And streaking to the basket was Elsberry's Nathan Reed.
Reed, a last-minute addition to the starting 5.
Nails the first free throw of the game. And the Van Far lead is 5-3. Second shot good. So Reed 2 for 2. And it's a 5-4 game. Van Far back on the attack. Here's McMorris out on top to Wilburn. Wilburn, just a sophomore at 6'2". They feed it down inside low. Here's the spin move. Miller shoots, scores, and is fouled. Trey Miller with a good move on the baseline.
Very good move. Fake one way, went the other. Got the bucket and the foul.
Garrick Hill whistled for the foul. And Miller a chance to complete the three-point play. And he does. 8-4, and we're off to a good start here at Van Far in this one. Nathan Reed on the left-hand dribble across the line. Still with it. Guarded by Wilburn. Pass goes over to Turnbull. Turnbull in the center circle. Hounded by Hottie. Hill has it over on the far sideline. In a bit of trouble, gets it to Anthony. Now they'll skip it down low on the other side. That is O'Brien. Now to Reed, and his shot's good. That's a tray from the wing. And it's a one-point game again at 8-7. Quickly, Van Far comes up the court with Hottie. Gets it off to McMorris. On the high post, Christian. He'll take it down to the baseline, put it up off the glass, and score. And right now, Brayton Christian with some nice moves inside. 10-7. Indians of Van Far up by 3. Anthony has to go to the corner to track a loose ball. Now to Turnbull. Out to Hill. Back to Reed. Reed in the lane. Nope, double dribble is the call.
Tell you what, 5 points already. Other than that turnover, Nathan Reed's looked like a pretty good decision to put in the starting 5 at the last second.
Making Coach Twellman look like a genius. Well, he is a genius. We all know that.
I was going to go the other way with that one. But
what's the opposite of genius? I better not say. Here's a turnover. Turnbull takes it away. Up ahead, a pass to O'Brien. Back to Turnbull. He'll drive the lane. Can't hit the runner. Rebound Miller for Van Far. Outlet pass Hottie. In the corner, and here's a long 3, and it's nothing but net for McMorris.
They've got that range.
Yeah, these guys can shoot the 3 ball. 6-point lead for Van Far. Now Elsberry will take it in. Anthony can't hit the runner off the lane, off the board in the lane. The whistle stops play. We have a foul on Van Far.
Derek Taylor getting ready to check in for the Elsberry Indians.
Christian on the foul for Van Far, his second. Meantime, Trevor Anthony, the 6'5 sophomore. Ooh, that one crept over the front of the rim and fell down.
First point of the night for Trevor Anthony.
13-8. Anthony has another shot coming. The big guy with 3 dribbles. Now puts it up. And it's no good.
He wanted to stay in the game. Jerkowski was ready to check in for him if he made that shot.
Trayson Colwell into the game, got the rebound, gets it to Hottie. He'll drive in, and what a block. What a block by the big guy, Anthony. Now quickly back the other way. Here comes Turnbull. Gives it off to number 12 into the game, Derek Taylor. He drives the lane and is fouled.
Elsberry, 3 of their first 4 from the line as a team. This is Taylor's first trip.
That's the second foul on Trey Miller of Van Far.
So he's got 2 and Christian has 2.
Yeah. Derek Taylor, 6'2 sophomore, missed the free throw. He'll have another. Anthony's going to sit out. Josh Jerkowski into the ballgame.
Colton Jensen comes in for Van Far, replacing Trey Miller.
So Taylor trying to go 1 for 2 here. And he missed them both. Rebound to Hottie for Van Far. Hottie across the line, bounce pass to Christian. They go trying to go low, it's picked off. And here comes Turnbull back for Elsberry. Lining up the long shot, Reed, and it's another 3. Nathan Reed is on fire.
He's got 8 points.
8 of their 11. Van Far by 2. Hottie across the line. Sets up the offense from the top. Goes right side with a pass to Wilburn. Out on top to Colwell. Now McMorris. Drives to the right side, hits the baseline, puts one up. It's a floater that goes down, and he's fouled. Lathan McMorris with a nice move. That was a hard shot.
Yeah, it was. 5 points, chance to make it 6 from the line.
15-11 is the score. The foul whistle against Reed of Elsberry.
His first.
And McMorris hit the free throw. That'll make it a 5-point game here at 16-11. Turnbull works against Hottie into the front court. Turnbull working hard. Nice bounce pass. He gets it to O'Brien. O'Brien in the lane. Back it comes to Jerkowski. Hands it off to Reed.
Got to keep a man on him. Hand in his face.
Really. O'Brien out high. Looks for Taylor. Finds him. Over it goes to Turnbull. Turnbull right down the middle of the lane off the glass, and he scores. Everybody's getting in on the action. Tyler Turnbull. 16-13. Good game here from Van Far. 2:50 to go in the opening quarter. Lots of offense. That's what we like. McMorris to the hole. Taylor creams him. And so Derek Taylor will be called for the personal, and will send Lathan McMorris back to the free throw line for 2.
He just hit 1 to complete a 3-point play.
First foul, of course, on Taylor. As the junior McMorris put it right down through the middle of the net. (17-13), second shot, it's good. Van Far by 5, 18-13. Reed. Over it comes to O'Brien. Now on top to Turnbull. Back to O'Brien, over to Taylor in the corner. One bounce, out top with a pass to Jurkowski. He wants a tray, and he nails it. Josh Jurkowski off the bench with the tray.
Everybody wants some.
Came to play tonight, didn't they? Everybody. 18-16, Van Far up by 2. McMorris. On top, gets it off to Hottie. Hottie with a nice move, kicks it over. Colwell. Now in the corner, Jensen. Inside, Hottie can't hit the shot, but rebound and scoring is Wilburn. Caden Wilburn. Van Far up again by 4. Driving to the hole, that one no good. Getting his own rebound was O'Brien. That shot's over the rim and picked up by Van Far. Here they come with Hottie down the far side to the hole. Left-hand shot, good. Up in the air, just let her go, and it floated down in there. Now a 3, no good on this end from Elsberry. The rebound to Van Far. Colwell off to Hottie. Hottie's going to go in again. He'll shoot and score again. Josh Hottie. And all of a sudden, Van Far up by 8.
That's the way to do it.
We're down to a minute to go here in the opening quarter. 3 ball on the way. Good. That's Reed again.
That's the way to respond.
Whew. Nathan Reed.
He's into double figures, 3 threes and a couple of free throws for 11 points.
Now McMorris has it taken away by Taylor. Taylor on the run. Down the middle he goes. Nice save. Taylor gets it back. Can't hit the shot, but on the other end scores. On the other side of the basket. That's staying with it, and Derek Taylor rewarded with a bucket.
His first 2 points of the night.
Under 30 seconds to go, and a steal. Here goes Reed. He's got a break to the basket, and he'll score. Nathan Reed makes it a 1-point game. Van Far up with 18 seconds to go. Hottie in the lane, dishes off in the corner. On the baseline, McMorris scores. They make them baseline drives over the rim on the side look easy. Now with 1.3 seconds, a whistle stops play. And it's going to be a Van Far foul.
Foul's the first on Hottie.
Boy, that's not good with 1.3. So let's see if the Elsberry Ball Club can stick it in here with just 1.3 on the clock. Taylor will throw it in. They'll have to get a shot off immediately. They lob it in for Anthony. He'll put it up. No. And the first quarter comes to an end. A very exciting one. Van Far on top, 26-23. Second quarter when we come back here at Van Far on TribCast.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we gotta bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Ramsey Dickerman will be there at 503 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Online at RamseyDickerman.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
Are you still looking for a bank that knows you by name, offers convenient hours and hometown service? Look no further than Community State Bank of Missouri. Hello, this is Deb Olson. Our Pleasant staff is here to welcome you and service all of your banking needs. Stop by our office in Bowling Green or Troy and experience the banking difference. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Let's get a check on the first quarter numbers. The scoring update brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, Akey and Kent Feeds, Askerow and DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com.
First for Elsberry, that game time decision to put Nathan Reed in the lineup paid off. 13 points, including 3 threes for the youngster from Elsberry, now a steal.
And that is number 50 that's just checked into the ball game, Michael Kelly. And the ball loose on the floor, taken away by Van Far.
2 points for Tyler Turnbull, 2 for Derek Taylor, 3 for Josh Jerkowski off the bench, 2 points for Garrick Hill, and 1 for Trevor Anthony. There's your 23 points for Elsberry. For Van Far, you got 2 points for Caden Wilburn, 2 for Braden Christian, 3 for Trey Miller.
Here's the shot up and in for Van Far. That would be Trey Miller with a bucket.
Back into the ball game, so now Miller has 5 points. 9 points for Josh Hoddy in the first quarter and 10 for Latham McMorris, including a pair of threes.
They've had quite the duo going for Van Far. That's the scoring update. Young Enterprises, Inc. of New Hartford. Now coming back for Elsberry is Garrick Hill, the sophomore, with a follow-up. And the score is 28-25, Van Far by 3. 6:50 to go, first half. Wilburn bounces it off an Elsberry player, picked up by Taylor. Garrick Taylor wants to go to the hole. He loses control and dives on it out of bounds.
Back into the ball game, Josh Hoddy for Van Far. He'll replace Caden Wilburn.
Van Far's basketball in the backcourt. No pressure by Elsberry at this time, as Hoddy will walk it across the timeline. McMorris back to Hoddy. Over it goes to Parker Wallace, who's checked into the game. That pass is tipped by Christian, but picked up by Hoddy. Hoddy now gets it down on the baseline. Miller scores. Does it count?
No.
Nope.
On the floor before the shot. It's going to be on Derek Taylor. His second.
And it'll be out of bounds to Van Far underneath their own bucket.
Taylor checked out.
They'll lob it into Miller. Over it goes to Hoddy. Back in the corner to McMorris. Oh, Latham McMorris with another tray. Wow. 31-25.
Ties in with Reed for the leading scorer in the game.
Now a block. Rebound. That shot won't go. Staying with it and putting it back in is their big guy, Trevor Anthony.
His first shot from the field. He's got 3 points tonight.
Now McMorris goes down in the corner on the baseline. Miller skips it out front. Here's Parker Wallace. Wallace out on top. That pass deflected, but picked up easily by McMorris. Now back to Wallace. Parker eyes the defense. On the wing. Out top it comes to McMorris. He'll drive down the middle. Put it up with a right hand. No good. Rebound. That's Miller. He can't score. Then Wallace. Is he going to get the foul?
I believe so.
Yep. Garrick Hill started to break down the court. Wallace reached in to slow him down and tried to grab it, and committed a foul on Van Far. 5.5 to go here in the first half. Elsberry down by 4 with the basketball. And here's a long shot. That's an air ball put up by Garrick Hill. And it's out of bounds back to Van Far.
Changes coming for Elsberry. Back in Justin O'Brien and Tyler Turnbull. So they got smaller real quick.
Yes, they did. Van Far up by 4 wet. We have an official timeout.
Still not sure what it was.
Something about the clock. I heard him say the clock. At any rate, Van Far will keep it. Miller to Hoddy. Over it goes to McMorris. Back to Hottie. Left wing, Wallace lines up the three. Good! Parker Wallace nails one. Wow, these guys can shoot that three.
Indeed.
34-27, Van Far by 7. Turnbull to Reed. He wants another three. That one's a little short.
Uh-oh.
Rebound to Christian. Off to Hottie. Here he comes like a bullet up the far court, all the way to the hole. The left-hand layup, good. Josh Hottie. And the lead is 9. Now Reed, another three, and he's got it.
Well, he found the range back again, huh?
And he missed one, but it didn't last long as he got right back in on it. 36-30, Elsberry timeout. 4:25 to go in the third. This is TribCast.
Winter wind is upon us. No need to shiver in the cold inside. Stop by your local La Crosse Lumber Company and check out their complete line of new construction and replacement windows and doors. Matte and blown-in insulation to cut down on those high heating bills and help your family feel warm and cozy all season long. Getting the job done. La Crosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green, Louisiana, Vandalia, and Clarksville, where project pricing and blueprint service are always available.
Since 1949, Sterling Lumber Company of Louisiana has been proud to serve the area, buying all species of standing timber. With the help of its hard-working employees, Sterling Lumber Company is looking forward to generations of success in the future. Ever-growing, Sterling Lumber Company now has 4 sawmills to better serve you. Give Sterling Lumber a call for more information. Remember, they buy all species of standing timber and will pay 100% before cutting. Sterling Lumber, Highway 54 West, Louisiana.
Play back underway here in the second quarter. And there's a punt off the foot of Nathan Reed.
Nathan Reed can do it all, can't he?
Yes, he can. He can do it all.
Kick, save, and a beauty.
Van Far up by 6 with the basketball. Josh Hottie to Miller in the middle of the lane. He'll put one up, and it will not go. Rebound, Ooh. Miller. Again, that one's gone. No good. Out of bounds to Elsberry. Well, Miller had a couple of good looks. Couldn't get it to go.
Pat Conaway didn't like the call that it was Elsberry's ball, but from our angle, it looked like it was a good call.
Here's Turnbull out front for Elsberry. He'll line up a three, and it's in and out, no good. High for the rebound, Christian for the Van Far Indians. Outlet pass to Hottie. Now to McMorris. Down on the baseline to Miller. Back, nope. Was going to go to on the baseline. Then he came back outside to Hottie. In the corner, McMorris. That shot's no good. Tracked down, though, by Wallace in the corner. Double teamed on the baseline. He gets away, comes out the other side. Now to McMorris. That shot's left a little short, but he gets his own rebound. Now Wallace on the right wing out high. Gets it over to Hottie. He's going to do a little ball handling over there. Now gets it to Miller. Out on top, Wallace back in the corner. Hottie wants a three. That's too strong. Over the rim, and what do we have?
Foul on Elsberry, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to give the foul to Justin O'Brien. I think he fell backwards and took out a Van Far player. I was watching the hoop.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. On the inbound play, Wilburn. Nope, he couldn't hit it.
He was too open.
A rebound to Reed. He gets it off to Jerkowski. Back to Reed. He whips a pass over in the corner, and here it is from O'Brien. It's over the rim and into the hands of Wilburn for Van Far. Hottie now across the line with 2:43 to go in the first half. Inside Christian had it knocked away, but right into the hands over there of Wilburn. He had a shot at it, but missed it.
Went off the foot of an Elsberry player, and they're going to make some changes here. Cale Mackey back into the ball game, and Derek Taylor. Actually, Mackey's first action tonight.
Here's Miller on the inbound play. Too hard off the glass. He gets it again and scores. What a play as he shot it up over.
Backhanded over his head.
Yeah, kind of a reverse deal. look good. And it's 38-30, Van Far by 8. Out on top with it is O'Brien for Elsberry. Over it goes to Turnbull. Long shot from the corner, good. That's Jurkowski with another 3.
His second tonight.
It's 38-33. 2 minutes to go in the half. In the corner is McMorris. Out to Hottie. Back to McMorris. Wants the train. Lets it go. Good. Lathan McMorris. They're scoring some points tonight. 41-33. Here's a 3. Jurkowski. Nope. Rebound Hottie. He wants to motor. Bounce pass on the baseline. McMorris again. And Coach Twellman needs a timeout. It's all of a sudden a 10-point lead for Van Far, 43-33. 1:25 to go, second period on TribCast.
In a season of falling temperatures and rising energy bills, your local Bryant professional stands ready to defend your home's comfort. Because when the temperature falls, Bryant turns up the heat efficiently.
Your protectors are Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling in Bowling Green at 106 Business Highway 61 North, 324-6500, sparksheatingandcooling.com.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone.
Turns out Elsberry really didn't want the timeout.
No, and there's a lot of apologizing and a lot of anger going on. But I think it's over now.
Here's Mackey. Mackey for the Elsberry Indians gets it off to Garrick Hill. Cross court it goes. Turnbull trying to feed it down low. Ball pinballs around and goes off a Elsberry player out of bounds.
There's not a whole lot that Coach Twellman's happy about right now.
No, he's not too happy.
Trey Miller and Braden Christian come back in the ball game.
He's still jawing with the official.
They're standing right next to each other, too.
Yeah. Now Hottie for the Indians to McMorris in the corner for a long 3. It's over the rim and into the arms of Christian. And an outlet pass tip, but Christian goes and gets it. Now he drives baseline, will put it up, can't hit the shot. An offensive foul on Braden Christian.
Yikes. That's his third, too. That's a heck of a way to pick up your third foul.
Yeah, it is, especially with just 41 seconds to go here in the half.
Well, I think he picked up one of those with 1.7 seconds to go in the first quarter.
That's true, wasn't it? You're right. Here's a steal. McMorris. Over it goes. Wilburn scores.
Beauty.
Nice fade from McMorris to Wilburn, who was streaking down the middle of the lane. He hit him with a beautiful pass, and Wilburn scored. Biggest lead of the night for Van Far, 45-33, 12 points with 10 seconds to go in the first half. Over it goes, and a long one on the way. That's a 3 ball, no good. There with the rebound, Anthony to stick it back in.
Nice play by Anthony.
Now with time running out, Hottie lets one go, and it almost goes in from just across the half-court stripe. We've come to the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime with the score Van Far leading Elsberry 45-35. Your State Farm Insurance agents, Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, proud to sponsor the halftime. It's next here on TribCast.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually
be here. Agent Paul Schuchard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
High school basketball on TribCast is brought to you in part by Lynn's Heritage House, Shelter Insurance Agent Frank Wallace in Vandalia, by Pike County Title Company, Orff Construction, Center Locker Service, and the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club. More hoops are coming up from the People's Tribune newspaper. This is TribCast.
Family Health Pharmacies in Bowling Green and Louisiana offer more prescriptions under more insurance plans for less. That should make you feel better. Family Health Pharmacies is there to help you when you're not feeling your best. Great gift ideas and half-price greeting cards, too. 2 convenient locations to serve you. Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center on the Square in Bowling Green, and Family Drug, 301 Georgia in Louisiana. Family Health Pharmacies, just what the doctor ordered.
It's time for the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Junior cheer camp performing in front of us as we've reached the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime. And Van Far with a 10-point lead over Elsberry in the Battle of Indians. The girls' game went to Elsberry by 5 points, 36-31. But this one has just been fun. Back and forth, lots of threes going each way, and a great pace to the contest. A few oddball calls, both play calls and calls by the officials, but really a good played tempoed game through 2 quarters here as Van Far leads it by 10, showing the success that they have been riding here recently. Of course, a second place finish at the Madison tournament last week, but they spread it around. They've got 3 balls from 3 different players, including 3 of them from Latham McMorris. We'll talk about scoring in a minute. A couple of players have 3s on the other side, but the big surprise has been Nathan Reed for Elsberry, who wasn't even in the starting lineup. It was a 50-50 shot whether he'd be in or not. Coach Twellman goes with them, and he scores 4 times from beyond the arc. Also a couple from the free throw line and 1 from the field. So he's got 16 through 2 quarters. Pretty good last-second addition to the starting lineup, and really the only reason that Elsberry's still in this ballgame.
You talking about Nathan Reed?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I guess so. Derek Taylor, the other guy that may have started, did get quite a bit of time playing in that first half. What'd he end up with?
Just 2 points, 0 for 2 from the free throw line, and 1 basket in the second quarter. And he just kind of seems disgruntled out there a little bit, playing with his head down quite a bit, and really hasn't been a factor in the game so far. So maybe he'll come to his senses in quarter number 3. But pretty good first quarter, said for Van Far. Good pace, like the shooting. They've spread it around quite a bit.
Oh, lights out. I'm telling you, these guys, it's easy to see why they're having a good season, and easy to see why they made it that championship game over at Madison last week.
Definitely. Why don't we take a break, come back with your first half scoring after this. This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime on the peoplestribune.com.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Louisiana, Bowling Green, and Clapham schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Ryan Pitzer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. We're at work while your athletes are at play.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Hi, this is Christine Rutherford of People's Bank and Trust in Bowling Green. At People's Bank and Trust, we don't think our responsibility to the community should end when we leave the bank each day. You see, at our community bank, we volunteer for many charitable organizations and civic activities, as well as cheer on our hometown teams. Pride in our community is important to us here at People's Bank and Trust. Come see us at one of our convenient locations, Bowling Green, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, or Elsberry. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green. Here to help life go right, State Farm is there.
Here at the half, I don't know what they got going on, Mark, but it sure is popular.
It's a cheer camp, junior cheer camp.
Yeah, a lot of them.
I'm guessing that it was supposed to be before the Christmas break because they just did Run Run Rudolph. So I'm guessing this was rescheduled performance of the junior cheer camp. But they did really well.
And a lot of them, huh?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, very popular thing. Well,
a little one there at the end of the line.
45-35 our score, Vanfar on top. Let's check our first half numbers. The scoring update brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Remember Young Enterprises for Akey and Kent Feeds, Astro and DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, plus much more. Visit them at youngenterprisesinc.com.
Well, scoring by quarter, Vanfar outscores Elsberry in the first quarter 26-23 for a 3-point lead, then puts 19 on them against 12 from Elsberry in the second quarter to extend this to a 10-point advantage at 45-35. Scoring for Elsberry, Tyler Turnbull with 2 points, Derek Taylor with 2 points, 4 for Garrick Hill, 5 for Trevor Anthony, had 2 points there late, 6 points for Josh Jerkowski, both on 3 balls, and then speaking of 3 balls, Nathan Reed has 4 of them and a total of 16 points, but he's not the game's top scorer. That belongs to Latham McMorris through 2 quarters with 18 points. For Vanfar, 11 points for Josh Hoddy, 7 points for Trey Miller in this contest, 4 for Caden Wilburn, 3 for Parker Wallace, and a pair for Braden Christian through 2 quarters. Christian, though, with 3 fouls, Miller with 2, and then Wallace and Hoddy both with just 1. Vanfar perfect 4 for 4 shooting free throws, including 3 for 3 by Latham McMorris in that first half. Trey Miller has the other. Elsberry is 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Reed hit both his, Taylor missed both his, and Trevor Anthony was 1 for 2. They did not shoot any free throws in the second quarter. Neither team did.
Well, there's your scoring update brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Young Enterprises, visit them at youngenterprisesinc.com. We appreciate their support throughout the season here on TribCast. I don't know about you, Mark, but it's kind of refreshing to see a high-scoring game. We've had a lot of mid-range or low-scoring games this season. And I remember back in the day, man, we had a lot of, 80, 85-point win, for victory.
80 to 75 games like that, 90s here and there. I think we saw some teams get it even higher than that and flip the scoreboard in some of these gyms. They're only 2 digits. It's refreshing to see some points on the board. Hopefully these 2 teams can keep it up for 2 more quarters.
It sure was fun. There is no doubt about that. This has been our halftime report, sponsored by your local State Farm insurance agents, Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia. See them soon for a discount double-check State Farm insurance. When we come back, we'll have the second half start on TribCast.
Take your grocery list to County Market in Bowling Green, Louisiana, and Vandalia, and save on the freshest produce, deli, bakery, and meats. Everything you need for a kid's lunch, dinner for one, or a feast for the entire family. Savings every day throughout the store. Sign up for a Max card for instant rewards. Download the My County Market app or check out mycountymarket.com for coupons and more. Enjoy the game and visit County Market in Bowling Green, Louisiana, and Vandalia. We value fresh, we value family, we value you.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC of Bowling Green and Silex are committed to offering sincere and caring service in your time of need. Family owned and operated since 1946, John and Kathy Beach, Brian V. Bibb, and Lori Smith know how important a personal touch can be. Their goal is compassionate service with dignity and respect, uplifting and comforting. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Visit online at bibbbeach.com or call 324-2211 in Bowling Green or 384-5555 in Silex for more information.
This is the sound of everyday engine threats unleashing their wrath on your engine. Now, this is the sound of Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline, providing the best total engine protection you can get. Period. Think all premium fuels are the same? Think again. Choose Shell V-Power Nitro Plus today.
Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Did you know you can find the answers to your personal health care questions and get the results of your medical tests, all from the comfort of your own home and all from Hannibal Clinic? It only takes a few seconds, and you're signed up for our patient portal. Just go to HannibalClinic.com, and you're on the way. It's so convenient and completely secure and confidential. Sign in and start enjoying the convenience of your own patient portal today. Hannibal Clinic, where the patient comes first.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, new and used equipment, parts and service, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
All right, time for the second half start here at Van Far. The second half start brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to start your next improvement project at a location close to you. Lacrosse Lumber Company getting the job done. Elsberry down by 10 has the ball to start this second half, and we are underway. Van Far, an outstanding first half. Elsberry had some great moments as well. A 10-point advantage as driving the lane. Turnbull can't hit the shot. And rebound of McMorris for Van Far. Lathan McMorris, the first half's leading scorer, gets it off to Miller. Trey Miller at the top looks over to the left wing and finds Wilburn. Wilburn will weave back toward the middle, get it off in the corner. Here is McMorris to the hole, dishes off. Miller's open and he scores. A big assist from McMorris, and Miller gets the bucket. And that matches, I think, the biggest lead of the night, 12 points for Van Far.
9 points now for Trey Miller.
Nathan Reed feeds it into the big guy, Garrick Hill. Outside it goes. Long shot up, and it rattles in and out. No good from O'Brien. Rebound, Van Far. Here comes Wilburn. Left side to Hottie. He'll move in, dish it off. Christian scores. Very unselfish move there. Hottie gave it up for Christian, who got the easy basket. And all of a sudden, it's a 14-point lead for Van Far at 49-35. Elsberry throws it away now, and Van Far has a chance for more points.
Oh, Elsberry can't get a break right now, can they?
No, they sure can.
That three ball looked good. It rattles out right to a Van Far player. This one, just a bad connection.
Now McMorris over to Wilburn. He wants a three. That's off the front of the rim. Underneath, the rebound put up and in by McMorris.
Everybody likes that move. He's got 20 now.
51-35. Double team here at halftime. Turnbull in a bit of a jam. Gets it over to O'Brien. Now in the corner, taking it in. Reed can't hit the shot. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up over Wilburn and scores. Nathan Reed. Wasting no time. Hottie right back at him. In the corner it goes to McMorris. Inside Christian. Down low Miller. Under the bucket. Scores! Miller with two more. And they're putting him up at will now. Turnbull underneath. He has to come back outside. Reed for three. Good.
Oh, my.
This kid can't miss. I think he's missed 2 all night.
Yep.
Something like that.
5 in the quarter, 21 in the game.
Jeez. 5:17 to go in the third. 13-point lead for Van Far. Hottie off to McMorris. He wants a 3 from the corner, and he nails it.
Anything you can do.
Van Far already with 56 points, and we still got 5 minutes to go, third period. Wow. They may get 90. Losing it. Out of bounds. They say it's off of Reed.
Yeah, he lost it clean off his hand.
And so Van Far has it back with a big lead. Reed will jump out on Hottie. Hottie will get it off to Wilburn. Back to Hottie. At the top in the corner, McMorris again for 3. That one won't go, but right there to put it back is Wilburn. And no doubt about it, this time Coach Twellman wants a timeout for Elsberry. His team now trails by 18, 58-40. 4:32 to go, third period here from Van Farm on TribCast.
If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
If you buy electricity from Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, you're more than a customer. You're a member too. What does that mean? It means you have a say in how things run. It means you have equity in Cuivre River when there's money left after expenses each year. It means that helping you save electricity is important because we're in this together. It means you have more than safe, reliable energy. You have power. You have people. Cuivre River Electric Cooperative, owned by those they serve. CUIVRE.com.
Van Far on a 13-5 run here to open this third quarter. And their lead is 18 over Elsberry. So after the timeout, let's see what Coach Twellman wants to do. It'll be Tyler Turnbull being bumped by Hottie. Pass over to Reed. Reed in the corner, and a long one on the way by the big guy, Hill.
Went down, but it hit the supports first above the basket, so it'll go back to Van Far.
Hill's thinking, yeah, but I planned it that way.
Yeah. Well, then you planned on failure.
Yeah, planned it wrong, didn't you? Christian way out high for Van Far, off to McMorris. He's in the corner, drives down, stops, and shoots from behind the basket.
Hit the back of the backboard.
Yep. So back to Elsberry.
Testing the structural integrity of the harnesses holding up these backboards on both ends.
I think they're pretty stout, don't you?
Yeah,
I do.
I think they've been up there a while.
They have. Now Reed throws one up, no good. Rebound, Anthony. His shot no good, but he's fouled.
Just nothing easy right now for Elsberry.
Nothing. So Lathan McMorris on the foul will send Trevor Anthony to the free throw line.
That's his first foul tonight.
Anthony, 6'5", just a sophomore. Missed it.
Makes him 1 for 3 from the line so far in this ball game. 5 points.
Taylor coming in for Elsberry, replacing O'Brien. Van Far had a few substitutes as well. We'll catch those for you in a minute. I know
Christian checked out.
And Trayson Colwell checked in. Parker Wallace also into the ball game, as Anthony hit that free throw. Van Far up by 17 with the ball. 3.5 to go, third period. Hottie over to McMorris. Down low, Miller, even lower. Colwell, his shot won't go. A rebound to Hill. They'll get it to Turnbull and they'll slow it up. Here's Taylor. Out on top it goes to Anthony. Now to Turnbull. In the corner to Reed. Along the baseline, tried to dish it off. Hill got it. Shot it, but he was held on the way up.
There was a hold before the walk, he said.
Yep. Number 20 back into the game. Josh Jerkowski for Elsberry.
Foul on Trayson Coel.
Long shot from the corner, no good by Reed. Rebound of McMorris for the Van Far Indians. Over it goes to Wallace. Back to McMorris, back to Wallace. He'll take it down towards the corner, and I'll bring it back outside to McMorris. Over it goes to Hottie. Hottie on the right wing in the corner with a pass to Coel. Now McMorris in the corner. Hottie wants a three. Rolls around and out, no good. Parker Wallace battling for the rebound, picked off by Taylor. Long pass up ahead, and it goes off of Jerkowski out of bounds.
Is that off his hand or off the side of his head?
It may have went off the side of his head.
I'll have to look back at that one later.
He's not flinching much, so.
No.
That's what you call tough. Wilburn for the Indians. In the corner it goes to McMorris, out to Hottie. Wide open is Wilburn. He'll drive down to the baseline instead, get it to Miller. He'll fire a little 8-footer and good. Trey Miller. He's having a great night tonight.
Yes, he is.
Most of these Indians are. The Van Far Indians. And a lot of Elsberry Indians, too. He tried to force one down low, and the ball loose, picked up by Van Far. Outlet pass to McMorris, like a streak. Down he goes underneath. Hottie scores!
My goodness.
And that took some athleticism for Hottie to get that one in the hole because he was under that basket pretty good.
He's got 13 points now.
It's a 19-point advantage for Van Far at 62-41. Now we got a whistle underneath, stopping play.
I think we have a foul on Hottie. Nope, they gave it to Miller instead. His third.
Trey Miller, good-looking player, 6'2" sophomore. He'll sit down for a little bit. Coming into the game, Colton Jensen, number 0.
Trey Miller sits with 13.6 in this quarter.
0 is my hero. We're down to 1:20 to go here in the third period. Another good quarter for Van Far. Driving in is Hill. Garrick Hill can't hit the shot. Taylor up there battling for it, but it's pulled out by McMorris. Outlet pass to Hottie. Hottie lost control. Tips it to Wallace.
Now traveling. Yeah.
Actually, the traveling was on Colton Jensen. And Coach Twellman wants to get Trevor Anthony back in there quickly. He does.
Replaces Garrick Hill.
And this at the 104 mark of period 3. Cale Mackey gets it off to O'Brien. O'Brien out high on the left wing, back to Mackey. Mackey, some nice dribbling, drives in, shoots, can't hit. The tip, no good by Taylor, and here comes Van Far. McMorris down inside, and it is put in by Wilburn. Well, they're doing everything right.
Yep. 8 points for Caden Wilburn.
Van Far scored 19 in the quarter and leads 64-41. There's a tip out of bounds.
No tip.
No tip. It just went out. Error. 19 seconds. Van Far the chance to add to their lead.
Reed will come back in for Elsberry at the next whistle. They need him.
Van Far should work for the last shot with 8 on the clock. In the corner is Wilburn. He's double teamed. Gets it to Coel. Back to Wilburn. Lines up a 3 and lets it go. It's short. Rebound Taylor. And that'll do it for 3/4 of play. At the end of 3, Van Far here at home leads Elsberry 64-41. Fourth quarter when we come back on TribCast.
Pike County Home Health can provide skilled home health services for homebound patients of Pike County. I'm Peggy Summers. Our agency offers a team approach with a registered nurse coordinating needed services. Home health services include skilled nursing, home health aid, social services, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and a certified diabetic program. We do dressing changes, IV therapy, monitor medications, do diabetic foot care, and many other services.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Cindy Blaylock will be there for you. 201 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Online at cindyblaylockagency.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
Here's a quick check on the third quarter numbers brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Van Far just pouring it on now. Outscores Elsberry in the quarter 19-6 for a 64-41 lead. For Elsberry now 21 points for Nathan Reed, 6 for Trevor Anthony. 6 points for Josh Jerkowski, 4 for Garrick Hill, 2 each for Turnbull and Taylor. For Van Far, they've got 23 from Lathan McMorris now.
Here's the steal and the shot up and in by Justin O'Brien.
His first 2 points tonight. All right, so 23 for McMorris, 13 each for Josh Hoddy and Trey Miller. 8 points for Caden Wilburn, 4 for Braden Christian, and 3 points for Parker Wallace.
Thank you, Mark. That's the scoring update from Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Elsberry stole it away, and now Van Far takes it back the other way. And what do we have? A timeout called by Coach Conaway of Van Far. So 7:16 to go in the fourth. It's now 64-43. Van Far on TribCast.
Hello, this is Mary Millen from Community State Bank of Missouri. Some financial institutions make you go through a lot of red tape to get a loan. At Community State Bank, we try to keep things simple. When you talk with us, you're talking to the people who make decisions. Next time you need a loan for whatever reason, come see us. You'll be glad you did. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Equal housing lender.
Winter wind is upon us. No need to shiver in the cold inside. Stop by your local La Crosse Lumber Company and check out their complete line of new construction and replacement windows and doors. Bad and blown-in insulation to cut down on those high heating bills and help your family feel warm and cozy all season long. Getting the job done. La Crosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green, Louisiana, Vandalia, and Clarksville, where project pricing and blueprint service are always available.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your New Holland agriculture equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Well, Mark, it's been a while since we've seen Van Far look this good. I mean, they look just totally awesome to me. And they're clicking on all cylinders tonight with a big lead here over Elsberry.
I don't think they'll get to 90 points like we'd hope, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
The last 8 minutes.
These guys have been shooting lights out. We still have 7 minutes to go in the game. Josh Hoddy gets it off to Wilburn. He's out high, right, left side on the wing. Down low, Miller. Over it goes to McMorris. He faked one way, went the other. Tried to dish it off to Miller. Ball stolen away by Nathan Reed. Up ahead quickly to Taylor. Derek Taylor scores.
His first points since the first quarter.
That was a good play by Taylor. Now Christian for Van Far gets it off to McMorris. Wilburn wants a three. That's off. Rebound Miller. He scores. Trey Miller, right place at the right time with a clean rebound to put it right back in. 66-45. Elsberry now in the middle, gets it off to Mackey. Mackey will drive the lane. Put it up off the glass, no good. Rebound, Miller had it. Taylor there battling for it. Now we have a tie-up. And who does the arrow favor?
Looks like Elsberry. Once they get down to 5 players on the floor. They had about 12 out there.
So some new folks here for Elsberry. Where are they going to go? right under the basket, and it's turned over. Here comes Hottie breaking out of the pack. Down to the hole he goes, and he scores. Josh Hottie.
Staying right with Trey Miller, 15 points each. And that's not tops on the team tonight.
No, isn't that something? Here's Michael Kelly for the Indians. He better get rid of it, and he throws it away. He got rid of it all right, just to nobody open.
You know, I almost think that Coach Twellman is putting too many different combinations together.
Yeah.
I think he needs to stick with the 5 guys he started with and make a change here and there, but this 5-man swap stuff, you don't get continuity that way.
I'm not a fan of that ever. Now the Indians, Van Far that is.
Maybe 5 new players with, 45 seconds to go in a 10-point game or something.
Right. Absolutely.
20-point game. More.
Oh, Hottie actually lost the ball. Then a foul is going to be called here on number 50.
Michael Kelly.
And it'll be out of bounds to the Van Far Ball Club. Inbound pass comes to Trey Miller. Over to Wilburn. In the corner to Hottie. Down low, that's Colwell. He is stripped from behind, but a foul is going to be whistled here against Elsberry. Looks like it's going to be against Donovan Guccione.
Know him from the Indian Hawks.
It'll be out of bounds to Van Far.
He's a middle linebacker, I believe.
Hottie is looking in the corner. McMorris, who had to check where he was on the court, he thought he might have been out of bounds. But he was in. Hands it back to Hottie. Now Trayson Cowell. In the corner to Hottie. Outside it comes. McMorris lines up a tray. Nope. Rebound out of bounds off of Guccione.
Yeah, either Gooch or Bodeker got the last touch there.
4:44 to go. Hottie inbounds to Cowell, back to Hottie. 4-3, rolls the rim and out, no good. Colwell there to put it back in.
Oh, my goodness.
Trayson Colwell with the bucket.
That's his first 2 points tonight.
Yep. And it's 70-45, so we've hit the 70 mark and still have 4.5 minutes to go. Michael Kelly gets it off to Jerkowski. Now to Turnbull. Right wing pass to Jerkowski. Outside to Guccione.
There you go.
Yeah, and then the long one put up no good by Turnbull. Rebound out of bounds.
We'll stay with Elsberry, and guess what? 5 fresh.
Wilburn's going to check out for Van Far. Parker Wallace came in for him, number 5. O'Brien taps the ball. They got to get to moving. Somebody got to get open. They finally get it in the corner. And here's a long 3. No good by Reed. Colwell has the rebound. Outlet pass to Hottie. And Josh will pass up it over the time stripe to McMorris. Now Lathan in the corner.
Oh, man.
Nice move. Gets it off to Colwell inside Miller. Back outside Wallace. He wants a 3. Nope. And there's Derek Taylor high for the rebound for Elsberry. Outlet pass to Reed. Underneath Hill. Splits a couple of defenders. Oh, he worked hard. Didn't get it, but follows up and he gets fouled.
He is not happy with himself after that. It's on Trayson Cowell. His second.
So Garrick Hill, 6'4" sophomore. Oh, and he leans back like, oh, man.
His first time at the line tonight. He's got 4 points in the ball game.
Score holds at 70-45, Van Far. Hill with his second shot. That one is no good. Ivor the rebound. Colwell off. It goes to Hottie, and here comes Van Far again. McMorris out on top to Miller. Miller tiptoeing along the half-court stripe, gets it back to McMorris. That shot no good. The foul called underneath. Parker Wallace going to get called for Van Far.
I was really concerned they were going to call Trey Miller for going over the back of one of his own players, but that's not the way it played out. I didn't see what Wallace was doing down there.
Reed bangs into Wallace, lets one fly, no good. Rebound at Cowell. Cowell's been playing well here in the fourth quarter. Lathan McMorris guarded by Mackey over on the far sideline. Now to Miller, off to Hottie. Indians really moving underneath. Wallace over to McMorris, inside, Miller against Taylor, drew the foul.
Going to be a third on Derek Taylor.
So this will send Miller to the free throw line.
Don't forget, Thursday is our next TribCast. We'll be at Silex as the Silex Lady Owls take on Clopton, and no JV, so it's going to be a 5:15 pregame, 5:30 start, just one game.
Shot no good here by Miller.
Then Bowling Green and Van Far, girls and boys, on Friday.
Trey with another shot. That one's no good. And there's Taylor with a rebound for Elsberry. Gets it out on top to Nathan Reed. Reed fires a Trey. Good. He hasn't done yet. Nathan Reed.
He's now the game's leading scorer. 24 points.
Now we got a foul on Elsberry.
He won't get any more for a while, though, because him and the rest of the Elsberry players are getting replaced after this first shot. 5 fresh.
Cale Mackey whistled on the foul for Elsberry. Trayson Cowell at the line. A little English, and he got it to fall in. 71-48. Van Far.
I figured out what Twelman's doing. He is having a Shannon Jeffrey Silex flashback with 5 fresh, 5 fresh, 5 fresh.
Hottie going to check out of the ball game. What a night for him. Colton Jensen comes in. Now Wallace in for McMorris.
The difference is, I think Shannon had about 15, like 5'10", 145-pound guys that could just run the floor, run the steam out of anybody.
We've got a timeout called here. 72-48 is the score. We're down to 2:06 to go. Fourth quarter at Van Far on TribCast.
Since 1949, Sterling Lumber Company of Louisiana has been proud to serve the area, buying all species of standing timber. With the help of its hard-working employees, Sterling Lumber Company is looking forward to generations of success in the future. Ever-growing, Sterling Lumber Company now has 4 sawmills to better serve you. Give Sterling Lumber a call for more information. Remember, they buy all species of standing timber and will pay 100% before cutting. Sterling Lumber, Highway 54 West, Louisiana.
In a season of falling temperatures and rising energy bills, your local Bryant professional stands ready to defend your home's comfort. Because when the temperature falls, Bryant turns up the heat efficiently.
Your protectors are Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling in Bowling Green at 106 Business Highway 61 North, 324-6500, sparksheatingandcooling.com.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Well, Van Far looking to go 7-3 on the season.
Not bad.
No, not bad at all, and they're 2 minutes away from doing so. Leading 72-48. Elsberry working it around. Here's one from the far corner. No good by Stephen Bodeker. And the rebound to Colton Jensen for Van Far. Jensen off to Wallace, out high right side, and away from the ball. What do we have?
Well, we got Trayson Coel looking guilty.
Yeah, that's the foul.
I'm not sure what he did. He doesn't know what he did. He's smiling about it.
Yeah. Elsberry down by 24 points with 90 seconds to go. Inside, the shot up and in. That's Josh Drukowski with the bucket. Up the far sideline, Jensen. Pass over to Salmon, who's checked into the ball game. That's Walter Salmon Jr. He'll go to the free throw line here as he's knocked to the floor on the drive. We'll have 2 shots here for Salmon. Minute 10 to go, 4th quarter. Salmon's shot, no good. And now number 34 getting ready to come into the ball game. His first appearance, Jake Reimel, a 6'1 freshman. He'll give Tyler Turnbull the rest of the night off. Salmon's second shot, it's good. So the 5'8 junior into the scorebooks. 73-50 is our score. And there's the Indians with a shot, no good. Rebound, no good. Van Far has it. Parker Wallace out of the pack. Up ahead to Coel. Over it goes to Jensen. Now on top to Wallace. I have a foul here. That's your man.
That's going to be on Donovan Guccione, his second. The other Indian, or Van Far Indian that's in there wearing number 4 is Dalen Chandler.
Dalen Chandler, okay. Salmon. Ooh, he's creamed again.
That's Gooch again. His third.
No mercy. No mercy, says Guccione. So Walter Salmon Jr. was at the line a moment ago, hit 1 out of 2. Now he's 2 for 3. Looking for point number 75 here for Van Far, and it's an air ball.
It happens.
Oh, yeah. So we're down to our final 32 seconds. Here's Elsberry taking it to the hole. The shot no good by Michael Kelly. Trayson Coel feeds Salmon up ahead. Salmon has it poked away from behind. He's headed out of bounds, manages to keep it in. Now loses it and goes after it.
What a tackle.
And I give him an A for effort. Stayed with it.
That he did.
Kept his glasses on and everything. Goggles more is what they look like. But he committed a foul and will send Jake Reimel to the free throw line. 11.2 on the clock. That's all that's left. Reimel hits the free throw.
His first point tonight.
The freshman with another. It's good. 74-52. See if Van Far wants to try for another one. 7 seconds on the clock, or will they just eat it up? 5 seconds. Nope, they steal it away. Elsberry does, and they'll fire one here at the buzzer. It's no good, and that's the ball game. How about that? 74-52. Van Far with a big win here over Elsberry. Stay tuned. We've got the Sterling Lumber Company TribCast postgame coming up next at thepeoplestribune.com.
The law office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the law office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone. High school basketball on TribCast is brought to you in part by Abel's Quick Shops, Dieter's Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop, by Cole Chiropractic Center, Airco Convenience Stores in Bowling Green in Louisiana, by Mid-America Auto and Towing, Pepsi-Cola Bottlers of Bowling Green, and by Bowling Green Lumber Company. More hoops are coming up from the People's Tribune newspaper. This is TribCast.
Family Health Pharmacies in Bowling Green in Louisiana offer more prescriptions under more insurance plans for less. That should make you feel better. Family Health Pharmacies is there to help you when you're not feeling your best. Great gift ideas and half-price greeting cards, too. 2 convenient locations to serve you. Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center on the square in Bowling Green, and Family Drug, 301 Georgia in Louisiana. Family Health Pharmacies, just what the doctor ordered.
It's time for the Sterling Lumber TribCast postgame, brought to you by Sterling Lumber in Louisiana, the worldwide leader in ground protection matting and environmental access.
Welcome back. 74 to 52 is our final, and we're already joined by our Community State Bank TribCast player of the game. 23 points tonight for Latham McMorris. Man, you came out shooting. The whole team came out shooting. Is a fast start what you guys were looking for tonight?
I guess so. I mean, we were just hitting shots, and we were just getting to our spots on the court. We like to call it our honeysuckle because, I mean, it's sweet. It's sweet spots.
Yeah.
That's what we like to hit. We got that.
Is 74 a high output for you guys this season, or is this about what you guys are doing?
This is what we should be getting.
It was working tonight, though.
Yeah, it was what – because we like to go fast pace and get out in the open court, and we just did that tonight.
Well, between you, Trey, and Josh, both Trey and Josh had 15. You had 23. And it was all, just working it around, like you said, getting to those sweet spots. It seemed like you guys, when you did miss, there were guys there for the good cleanup points. I mean, the easy putbacks. Is it because of positioning, or do you guys have more fight than the other teams out there? I mean, you guys are 7-3. You're doing something right this year.
We just come out a lot more aggressive than we have in the past. I don't know what to say right now, but everyone just played good.
Well,
that's what we need.
It was definitely good tonight. A 22-point victory over a team that can come out there and shoot the lights out just like you guys. Can. They were hot in the first half, but you guys just kept building, and got it over I think up to 25 points at one time. So congratulations. This is an impressive win.
Thank you.
We'll see you again on Friday night at Bowling Green.
Yeah.
That is our Community State Bank TribCast player of the game with 23 points tonight, including, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 3-pointers in the ball game. That's Latham McMorris. And let's try and get Coach Conaway in here as his Indians have won this game by a total of 22 points. Coach, he said it's getting it to the sweet spots. The sweet spots were working tonight.
Yeah, we shot the ball well tonight, and that's what I was telling Chuck. We got to get more consistent. We probably have one of the best shooting teams in the state in practice. And then Saturday night we play Salisbury, which Salisbury's a good club. Got a couple really good players, but we were 4 for 22 from 3, and 7 of 19 from the free throw line. It's just right now what we're lacking is consistency. I mean, we've got all the pieces. It's just putting them in place. Lathan, when he gets hot, he's hot. Josh in the open court. We haven't played a team yet that can really slow Hottie down in the open court, and that's when he's at his best. And then Miller, I mean, he's just figuring things out. He's getting better and better, and Trey's gonna be a monster when he figures everything out. I mean, he just
those last two you mentioned, both with 15 tonight.
Yeah, I mean, good balance. And I thought Braden played well. He didn't score a lot, but I thought he saw the floor well. Getting Braden, keeping him aggressive is one of our main issues. And he's played pretty well here lately. He's got the ability to score too, but Wilburn, same thing. Confidence with Caden, and I thought he played well tonight. He looked to shoot. He went and got boards. He got a couple putbacks. So, it's just maintaining the rhythm and the consistency. This month it isn't an easy month for us. We talked about it before we went to Madison. If we could come out of this every week 2-1, it'd be good. We want better than that. But we played 3 games in Madison. Saturday night got done about 8:30, 8:45, the championship game, and then we turn around and come in and watch film and do a little shooting last night, and then we're here tonight. We got to go play a physical, big South Shelby team tomorrow night, and then we got to help Bowling Green, and then of course the next 2 weeks it's Palmyra and Bowling Green tournament. So this was our only home game of the month of January, so it was good that we performed. We had a good crowd, and it was a good night.
It was a really good crowd. You mentioned the putback points. I thought that was the difference between a 5 and a 22-point win for you guys tonight. You guys were doing it; they weren't doing it. So when you happened to miss from 3-point range, there was someone there to clean up the mess.
Yeah, I mean Lathan, I don't know how many boards he ended up getting offensively. He just reads it really well, and Trey, he's just a beast in there. And I kind of kid him and tell him he's soft, and he just kind of smiles at me. And he's got a motor that people are finally starting to see what he can do. The first few games of the season, he was a little more passive, and I just told him, last week before we went to Madison, it's like, what, go back to that motor you had in junior high and what you played in the summer. Of course he missed all of last year, but we got some good pieces. We can do some good things. It's just maintaining it, being consistent. And that's what we got to focus on. But Elsberry's a solid ball club. They got shooters. They're big. They play big-time competition. Mm-hmm. It's a really good win for us, and it's the first time we beat them in several years. So it gets us to 4-0 in the EMO, and that's one of our goals. We're steadily hitting our targets, and hopefully we can keep the success up.
Well, I was impressed with the win tonight, and good luck tomorrow to you. We'll see you on Friday at Bowling Green.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for the coverage, and like always, it's a great day to be an Indian.
That's a 22-point win for Coach Pat Conaway and his Van Far Indians over the Elsberry Indians tonight at Van Far. Their only home game of the month, according to Coach Conaway. So glad we were able to get over and get this one on for you. Chuck joins me back in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Any last final thoughts for this 22-point Van Far win and a split tonight between Van Far and Elsberry boys and girls?
Yeah, I was just congratulating Coach Conaway. Very impressed with this Van Far ball club. Fun to watch. He said this is the only home game.
Yeah, we just mentioned that.
Can you imagine?
It's they're going to be road warriors if they're going to keep up this good start.
Consistency, of course, the thing, and we get to see them again on Friday night in Bowling Green. That ought to be fun.
Yeah, they got a tough non-conference game tomorrow, and then we'll see them with Bowling Green on Friday, boys and girls action from Bowling Green High School.
Okay, well, thank you all for being with us tonight. Did we name our player of the game? You talked to him, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Sure
you
did. Okay. So that's it. That's been the Sterling
We've done
Lumber.
everything.
We've got it done, don't we?
Yeah.
Sterling Lumber Company, TribCast Postgame. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for being with us here for basketball tonight. And until Thursday, we'll be at Silex, Clopton against Silex in girls play. Till then, have a great week, everybody. See you with more basketball soon on TribCast.